nigga.
Oof.
Yes.
Okay, I will.
Yes, please. Especially that.
Yeah, especially.
I have answers for everything now, so I don't have to talk. I just click buttons and it does it for me.
Don't worry. The moment you play that,
Alright, who's your daddy?
what will end up happening is you'll be ejected out of the ship, probably while we're going to a different galaxy. So you'll be
So you're
just
saying So when you launch me out of the ship, do I play the Arnold sound where he's out on the surface of Mars?
Exactly. We'll drop you off at the closest sun.
Sounds about right. Okay,
Oh,
so how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
All right.
Fair.
Doing
Fair.
Not
Okie
bad.
dokie.
Yeah, we had people throwing fireworks today.
Very fun
Again.
stuff.
Yeah.
What's today?
As in
Second
today,
day.
the 24-hour
second
period
of
of today.
August.
Great. Okay. You guys remember where we were?
We're doing something with the guy, waiting for
Yes,
him, trying to
we
find
just
out more
handed
about
off a bunch of stuff, and we're basically going to have to deal with the crazy guy who just called us saying, "Hey, we got a problem," and now
City it took quick.
This same guy also said he had a heated rifle for me.
Yes, he did say that.
I feel like I'm not getting a rifle today.
He did tell you that, didn't
You get a heated pistol. That's all he had.
he? I
was-
had this knife.
Yeah, right.
also as everyone's returning back, like meeting back up to go check out what's going on, they notice that I seem to have two really large plates on each side of my gun mounted to my arms as kind of a shield.
Yeah, so he looks like a walking turret, even more so now.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Okay, so you guys are going to be still on the ship because I'm going to do a little vignette for you first.
Oh, what?
A vignette,
Don't know what that
know,
is.
like
I'll go with it.
like a little miniature movie thing.
Oh, okay.
An intro
Like
type thing.
last time on X
No,
Show.
it's-
Dragon
gonna be a
Ball
last time,
Z.
It's going to be more like for this particular episode, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A
Bring
preview.
it on. Okay, so the scene opens to the back of a head of a Yusoki sitting in a chair surrounded by glowing monitors scrolling with information. The camera pans around his head and shows the face of Twick. The camera shows his screen as it flips through ancient-looking text on one screen and news reports and scientific stuff. Then there's a trill sound and a notification pops up on the side screen. Confused, he clicks the pop-up and a video screen opens showing three figures: a Vesk, a human, and an elf. Twick curses under his breath. He scrolls back down in one of the articles to a picture of a Vesk, who looks similar to the one in the camera, under a string of text declaring a bounty for them. He quickly starts typing on the computer and plugs in a mini drive The computer trills again as he frantically is closing windows and saving documents. There's now a loud thudding at the door somewhere nearby as Twick pulls the drive out of the computer and moves to one of the nearby walls with shelves tottering with junk and tech parts. On one of the shelves is a technical manual on drift engine maintenance. He pulls it down, flips it open to a button hidden in the center. One of the shelves slides to the side as he clicks the button, exposing a hidden compartment holding a sniper rifle and other equipment. He sets down the drive next to the rifle and then closes the shelf and replaces the book. He sits back down in front of the computer. The thumping has escalated into a crashing as the door somewhere in the building bursts down. "Well, Harold, it's up to you now," he says under his breath as he pulls a pistol from a hidden under-desk sheath and spins in his chair, just in time to shoot into the forehead of the human coming into the room. The man drops his own pistol, skittering across the floor. Twick is in fact quick, but not quick enough for the Vesk, who rolls into the room, dodging Twick's next shots. That's a tongue twister for you. And with a strong hit, sends Twick's pistol flying.
Not doing.
The Vesk stands, pressing the barrel of the pistol into Twick's face and growls, "Leave it to Yusokis to stick their snouts where they don't belong." Who are you working for? Starfinders, Twix says with a squeak and holds his hands up. Starfinders? This far past the diaspora? Not likely. But I suppose the answer's not all that important. We'll find out soon. The camera cuts to the outside of Twix's store, of which the front door looks to have been forced open. There's a muffled sound of a shot, and the scene goes black.
Twig!
What is it? It's the Darth Vader. No.
This is why you need a soundboard.
Alright, so you guys are on board the
Rat,
ship.
rat
You don't know
bastard.
that any of this has happened.
Okay. Did we just wake up or did we just go to sleep? Oh, fuck. I broke my headset.
It's probably a waking up thing.
So we'll just say that it's the next morning of the night that you went back to the ship, and so you guys are just kind of gathering back in the common room before heading out.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well,
Well,
what are we doing today?
suit up and meet in the common room.
Yep, so you're all suited up, and you head to the common room, and what are you going to do next? Go grab a beer?
See what's on the agenda.
Fuck
for
yeah.
today. So we have to meet with what's
Hard
his name?
liquor.
Because I'm still trying to find information about the children on this area, or the
What
child,
the-
whatever.
I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Rin
what
says,
was
well, you left you left that information with that Yosoki to look at.
Well, let's go talk to him and see if he's uncovered anything over the night.
He
Indeed.
has a rifle
You
for
wanna
me.
join?
Knowing him, he must have.
Alright, so you guys are just going to head directly to the store?
I guess so.
Yeah, because I mean, we have.
Unless we're able to call him ahead of time to see if he has the information, so we don't waste the trip and the rifle for our guy here.
I mean, you
We
could
could,
definitely
but I
try
mean-
calling him over the infosphere.
Or we could just show
Well,
up.
do you want to go ahead and do that, Harold, since he's your friend, or?
But if he has his rifle, we might as well meet him anyways.
Well, we know ahead of time before we're wasting time going there, where we can look for
That's
more
true.
information.
We can always hit the
Don't
town
wanna
around.
waste the trip.
Around. Maybe if he doesn't have it yet, maybe he'll have it by the end of the day. We can always procure around the city if we wanted to.
See? Let's just head down.
All right, we'll go down. You coming, Lancer?
So,
Indeed. I just trail behind with just my new plates. I'm starting to become harder and harder to like walk down the street without bumping into people.
You look different.
alright, and Mahan just
Hey,
says,
Lethal.
yes, and we will continue to watch the ship and make sure nobody gets on board.
That is advised.
Do we have to pay for parking, by the way? I really never thought about that.
I think there was a parking guard. I threw him off the platform.
I don't think you did.
We don't know
I
that he
think you
did.
should not do that.
It is a 40-foot drop. I'm not sure if he survived.
You never tell if you're joking or not. I'm gonna walk out.
If he had a humor
Okay, so you
chip
guys,
implanted,
It's malfunctioning.
oh great.
Alright,
Or
so
so
you
they
guys,
think.
Just fucking go along with the story.
you guys head down to the shop. You get down there, and it's a busy morning. People are starting to get going and head to their respective jobs. And you get to the shop, which is kind of tucked away in a corner, out of the line of sight of like major thoroughfares. And you do notice that the front door is hanging ajar, which is odd.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna kind of knock on the door and be like, hey, Twick, you inside?
The door is like kind of swings a little bit as you knock on it. It's kind of like does that creaking metal sound. But otherwise, you don't hear anything from inside.
You think this small rat got
Wow.
robbed?
Walk in.
I see nothing. No
Yeah,
threats.
once I walk in, then I want to do perception.
Answer, you notice that the door is open.
Is there any investigation check that we can, or what do we roll for like an investigation just to see if we can
Perception.
see if this was a B&E or something worse? Oh God,
Very
that's even worse.
nice.
A 1.
Yeah, at least I got something. I got an 8.
Well, it sucks because my
well,
1
you
was
do-
higher than.
I know. I don't have
That
any
is pretty sad.
perception. My perception's.
So you do notice that the
just-
door was definitely forced open, which is pretty substantial considering it's a pretty hefty security door, like full metal with metal bracing. But it was forced open with some strength.
My rolls for the inside when I walk in.
Same.
So you walk in, and so the front room, which is like the store area, is completely empty of anybody. But there's like all the junk everywhere. But you do notice that stuff has been kind of moved to the side, more so than you remember.
I know Twix
Is it
didn't have
enough
a...
that I would assume that something bad would have happened? Does it look like there's a struggle?
You do see streaks of blood in the like where like there's like a path made in the junk,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like there's like streaks of blood as if something was dragged.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my pistol and say, "Hey guys, it looks like we have trouble."
Is there a back door to this building? Like I
No.
could run around from the outside, go to the back, or is there only one entrance type deal that we know
There's
of?
one way in because he built this place to be like a little like hidey hole, so he didn't want like some way for somebody to sneak up on him.
I basically
Okay.
grab both of my machine guns. I ready them.
And I'm gonna guard the front door so no one can leave if they are in there.
Metalhead,
I want to try
Unless you guys want to
sneaking.
switch.
Sunman.
I
You
want
two
to
stay back.
sneaking forward.
And then yeah,
Hold
me,
up, where's my
same too.
sneak?
Okay, so who's staying outside?
I'm staying at the front door outside.
Lancer, stay with him.
Just
Okay, and so
if Lancer stays inside at the front door, and I'll stay outside the front door. So
I
so
could basically
Lancer's
just
staying by
block the
the door
door.
too?
Me and Harold are gonna go
So-
pistol stealthing.
Yep.
I basically
The
just
pistol.
block the
So-
entire door with my plates and gun sticking out the door.
You see a couple passers-by like look at you and be like, "Ugh," and keep walking very briskly.
My head's just spinning
so
in
you
every
guys-
direction. Just scan.
yeah, I
Scanning.
figured this would be the outside and this is the inside. Just I drew a little picture just to say how we are. And if Lancer, you want to be on the other side of the door, just blocking it. So I'll be outside, you're inside. If that works for you, Connor. I just figured I'd throw something up real quick.
Nope, yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. And where's your
I don't have it deployed.
drone?
It's just like scanning the local street.
No, it's currently just
No.
not deployed.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so
That's
you're
why I just kind of
sneaking
moved it out.
in-
I was like, out of the way.
All right, so you're sneaking through. You're not making any noise. You guys are being pretty stealthy despite all the junk on the floor. And the trail kind of leads to the back room. You just gonna go in?
Yeah, that's the plan. If I need to roll perception, I want to like be vigilant of what's happening or what I'm hearing, seeing.
I'll just keep rolling over your previous perceptions.
Okay.
So you get in there, and the room, his like back office, which you were in for like a short period of time talking to him yesterday. There's nobody inside. You do see a pool of blood near the door that you're just walking through, but otherwise the room is empty.
All right. And what's it called? In his back office is where his computer is.
Yeah, the computer is like against.
And he had
And you see his
security
chair's
cams.
facing the door at that right now.
Gotcha. And he had like security cams, no?
Yeah, so he had a security camera on the front door, and then he did have a security camera in his back office, and there's one in the main store area, just so he can maintain like keep people from stealing stuff.
Right.
But access to those feeds, you'd have to get onto his computer.
Right, as assuming from what I've observed that there's no immediate threat, I'm gonna try to hack into his computers.
Yeah, you don't see anybody, lurking, ready to spring or attack or anything. No.
Right, okay.
So go ahead and roll that computer's check.
I'll cover his back.
I'll just assume that it's there.
Yeah, I mean, just theater of the mind. This, we're not gonna draw it out.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's cool. That's why I'm just like placing my character where I imagine it would more or less be.
Yeah,
Also, I
you
got a 30
got
on
it.
my computer.
Good. Hold on one second. Let me double check my notes.
Very important.
Yeah.
Harold,
Yes.
is it usual for your friend to disappear so soon?
I haven't seen him in a long time, but this doesn't seem natural to me.
Do we
I'm sorry.
know
Did you say anything about the computer? Sorry, just real quick.
No, not yet. I was looking
Okay.
at my notes. So
Okay, yeah.
talk.
All right, keep going then. Sorry.
Okay, so you hack into the computer. You pull up you bypass the login screen and through the the firewalls and all that. And the first screen that pulls up is a picture of a desk, and it just says bounty. And so it says like bounty wanted for like murder, abduction. This long rap sheet shows the picture of the desk and then the name Rasak.
Okay. And so I see him doing kind of what was described in the opening vignette.
Yeah, so it's the same desk as described in the opening. Yes, it was that wanted picture that he pulled up.
Okay.
And then, like doing through root access, you have access to like his emails, some of his correspondence, inventory records, and then his camera feed. You can look back at some old camera feed files.
Okay. So I see the camera feed from what happened to him. Do I see where Twick goes after he's killed? Or presumably killed?
So what you see is like you see him go through a whole thing of like packing the stuff into that that hidden compartment, him closing it, him looking at the camera and saying something, and then him sitting in the chair, firing that shot. The other two come into the room. They talk for a second, and then you see the elf pull out this pistol thing and shoot the Isoki, who slumps over in the chair. And then the vest picks him up like he's like a small puppy or something. Like he's like this vest is humongous, like beefy.
Right.
Picks up the Isoki, and they and then he like grabs the dead human by like the back of his jacket. And
Oh shit! Did he actually get one? Sorry.
Oh yeah, he killed the human as
Okay.
the human came in. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I didn't remember that. My bad.
Okay, and then so he carries them out.
Yeah, so he carries both of them out, and the elf follows right behind.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna relay the information over the comms to the team and say that it should be clear to come in if if they want to.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then, sorry, go on.
You see the elf trying to computer.
Yeah.
The elf gets pretty
Okay.
frustrated
Let me
pretty
see.
quickly,
It might
and
be
then
on my
leaves
end.
soon afterwards.
Okay. Okay, so I saw Twick. I saw him
I'll raise it a little bit.
work on a secret
Then
compartment.
again, I'm not
so
smart.
gonna keep
I'm
it
not
in
speaking
mind.
too much in
And
there.
then, but before I do, I'm gonna try to find out what the last thing he
can't
was
hear
working on his
me.
computer.
I see. Let me see.
So you try to access the files that he was working
Let
on,
me
and
look.
all of them have been wiped from the computer.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Alrighty, and then what
I'll
about
look
his
into it.
latest emails or anything? Any hints as to what he was
I'll raise myself up.
last thing that he was caught researching? Any hints?
Tell me if that's good.
So his
listening
last
on myself,
correspondence,
too.
you see the message that he sent to you a while ago. then there's a kind of a gap in the emails.
Uh-huh.
And then there's some correspondence about inventory ordering, but it seems like there's some definite empty spaces in his, just correspondence.
Okay. So I basically I can't gather anything too significant from that other than the video feed. Okay.
Right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well then I'm gonna go.
You were actually only able to access the video feed by getting through a secondary firewall, but your
There.
computer's checker was good enough
Tell
to
me
get through all the way to there.
if that worked for you guys, by the way.
Okay. So then yeah, I'm gonna make
Tell me
sure
if that's
to
better or not.
download the video feed so I can show the rest of my team. And then I want to go and see if we can find and open the secret compartment.
All right, so given that you were able to hack into the computer, get to the video feed, you know exactly where to go to open that compartment. So you
Hopefully
pull
that worked
down
for you
this
guys.
technical manual on drift drive maintenance, which you remember him trying to teach you that, and that was one of those things you never really got great at. But he always, tried to drill it into your head because that's the way you make money as an engineer. And then you flip it open to you keep flipping through the book until you get to the center page where there's this small little panel inset into the pages with some buttons on it, and just by pressing one, it opens up that hidden compartment. And inside there's a bunch of stuff.
All right, boy, oh boy.
So, are you going to tell everybody, or are you just going to kind of?
Well, I want to see what it is first. Yeah.
Okay, so you see the jump drive, like a small hard drive. You see the Sheeran eye. You see a Sheeran eye rifle that looks like it's advanced. It's probably the one that he was talking about giving to Whitelock.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there's a broad spectrum scanning kit. What it looks to be a purple nanite hypo pen, advanced medical kit, a disintegration pistol liquidator, some kind of Solarian crystal, and an Aeon Guard accelerator rifle.
Damn. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone what I found. I'm gonna keep the jump drive and the liquid pistol, and I'm gonna make sure to hand the rifle to Magataker's character, Lionel. Lionel? Yeah.
Howdy, that's me.
And then we can
after.
Yeah. Since I tell everyone all the items, we can decide what to do with it.
All right. So the ones that are not accounted for are the broad spectrum scanning kit. So that gives you bonuses to perception when you're using it to look for stuff.
Okay.
There's a purple nanite hypopen, which is just something you can use to remove a condition. It's kind of like a.
And is that only for fleshies?
Yeah, that's only for fleshies, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you want a Lionel or?
It's probably gonna be best for you since you're gonna be up front.
But if he's stunned for a while, he won't be able to use it.
Or it would allow.
So
just keep it on your belt, and someone else can actually stick you with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
As move action.
Right.
Can you put that in chat? What that is exactly, Connor? And what it does again?
Yeah. And can you also put the pistol?
Oh yeah,
just
hold
the
on
name.
1 second. Nanite hypo. I have to 1 second. Pull it up.
And then
yes,
who's the
you
healer?
guys we have no healers.
Well, who's the good medic?
I have high medic skills.
Both me and him have high medical skills.
So do one of you guys want to carry the advanced medic kit?
Yeah,
I can
do
keep
that.
it. Yeah, either he can have it, or I can keep it in one of my compartments. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because I figure give it to the guy that can actually heal people better.
It would probably be
people that
better for
can't.
him since he can actually medic people, and since he can't really do that many. He isn't so much combat focused. He might be better for medic.
Right, and there's the hypo pen. So it shows all the hypo pens, but you got a purple one.
Okay, so the level 5.
Yeah. So that's the hypo pen. That's the medical kit. We still had. Did we say who took the scanning kit?
If nobody wants it, I'll take it.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, you can have it.
Uh,
I mean, who has the highest perception?
My perception's 10 right now.
how many ranks can I
Mine's
go up, by
11
the
right
way?
now.
How many ranks can I put
6.
into something? 6? Okay. Then
The
yeah, mine's
highest
10
is
too.
6.
Mine's currently 11.
Mine is 1.
Well, then let's give it to the robot with 11, so he gets an extra 2
Yeah.
Okay,
when
with
he's
the broad
searching for stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is he can also have it on the drone since they can use they basically can use their perception for that too. So that would actually be easy enough to have kind of like a long distance scanning effect.
That's
there
a
you
good
go.
idea.
That's a smart idea. All right, so
And since it says he's tiny, he can also go into like vents and stuff like that, which would actually be more useful.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart idea for sure. So the last two things are there's a Solarian crystal, which I'm pretty sure who's going to take that one.
Dibs! Go freaking dibs!
So John, it's a electron miner.
Yeah, and can you say the
Electron
name
miner.
of the pistol again? Liquid.
Yeah, here it's this one.
Appreciate it.
Because if this is way better than what I got, I'm gonna pretty much use it.
Yeah, it
'Cause I
should
can't
be-
use more than one crystal, right?
No, you can only use one crystal at a time, but it does add like 1d4 like electrical damage, and then it does an additional.
Okay, cool. Yeah, mine, the one I had before, the Town Crystal Miner, only did 1d3 energy damage. So,
Yeah, I think this
Not
one.
bad.
Yeah, so. Let me. Yeah, 1d. Yeah, so it just adds 1d4 electric damage.
okay.
And then the last one is a Aeon Guard accelerator rifle. So that's like a. It's a analog gun, but it's more like a rail.
It's a railgun.
It's like an automatic railgun.
Huh.
But it's like a rifle sized.
Sorry, but what was the sniper rifle again?
It's the Sheeran eye rifle advanced.
Okay.
Any takers on the rifle?
What like
this guy.
I'm trying to look for it. I can't find it anywhere. Where is that?
I'm sorry, what's the
What
rifle called again?
type of rifle is it? Is it like a sonic based? Is it a projectile
No, it's-
based? Is it plasma based?
Yeah, I think you actually need to like Google it. If you Google the name and then what's it called?
Yeah,
Bam,
yeah.
there you
I
go.
don't think it's in the book, so I'll have to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in typical Star
It's an
Channel.
Alien Archive.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay. I know what. I know which book that is actually.
Yeah, so it's the accelerator version, not the other two.
Yeah.
Okay, accelerator rifle.
Yeah.
And it is.
I was wondering, I couldn't find this rifle. No, it's in the armory. That's what that is. Because the Alien Archive is specifically only. It's like the monster manual.
Oh, I thought it still has some like equipment for specific races. So like the Aeon Guard, it's for them. Yeah. It mentions the source on the thing I'm looking at as Alien Archive. So. that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah. The disintegrator rifle is. The disintegrator pistol is part of the armory, and the rifle is the what is it? It's a, yeah, I
Yeah,
just
okay.
basically need to find it. That's all. I'm just trying to find this.
Actually, I think I'm trained to use rifles. If no one's gonna take it, I don't mind having a spare weapon to mount on my back to take and use at any time.
Right.
That's if no one wants to use it.
I mean, honestly, I'm specialized to whatever. I'm specialized to all weapons, so it doesn't really matter what weapon goes on it.
The rifle's considered a long arm, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
long one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, what's it called? My thinking was we upgrade
The
we
drone.
upgrade Lancer, and then we take his hand-me-down and upgrade my drone.
No, Lancer's guns are already better than that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I have 2 level 8 heavy machine guns.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
You
then,
take
yeah,
the
I
rifle.
What kind of
Yeah, I'll-
class would this weapon be considered? Like basic or
It's projectile
Advanced.
basic damage.
projectile. Yeah, it's projectile.
okay? So I'm only proficient with weapons basic, advanced melee, and small arms. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
this
a
is
long arm.
technically long arm. Anyway, so
You're not proficient with it, so it would
Alright.
actually be better put it on the drone. if that's
Yeah, I'll
the
take
case.
it then.
alright, so
There we
yeah,
go.
go ahead and add that. So now the drone can maybe do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
3d4.
Yeah, instead of 1d8 or whatever. So I mean, it's not a huge bump, but
It still
it's
puts up
something.
the lowest.
And I mean, I
I
should
mean-
be able to hit. So
What's its ammunition type? Is that the
it's a solid.
fire solid rounds? But
yeah,
is
it's,
it like
it's like magazines or whatever, bullets.
Hold on, let's see. It says in the description up there. Middle projectiles. So
So
yeah, it's
pretty
more
much like metal slugs.
yeah? It's probably just gonna be classified as what's considered
So pretty much
the
like metal slugs.
long arm rifle
probably
rounds.
just
Be classified
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
which
so
are
just pretty much bullets.
yeah, it's 75 per 25 rounds, and it's insignificant bulk. in
And
a
we'll just say
sense.
that there's 4 clips worth of ammo included with each gun.
Oh, with
Okay,
each
so-
gun?
It's 48 rounds.
Yeah, and also for the disintegrator pistol.
Okay, awesome. Cool. I'm trying to write everything down so I can have it ready. So if I have to use it, I can just click a button.
Right. Yeah. Feel free.
But we can keep going. No need to hold up for me.
Yeah. So,
So
now
there's nothing else, right?
There's nothing else of any value or use to you.
Okay. But did we get any information on the Master of Tides or anything like that, or the King in Yellow?
You do have the jump drive, but you guys haven't opened it up yet.
Do you guys want to go back to the ship and open it up, or do you want to
Yes.
open it up here real quick, get the information, and
I believe it is not safe to open up jump drive here. His computer may
Take all
be
the information.
searched
Basically,
later.
I just aim my head towards everyone, and I just say, just take all the information. Take what is valuable. We need to leave, as
gonna look
this area
around.
is compromised.
I'm gonna look around for books.
What kind of books?
knowledge.
Any.
If
Also,
you find anything
before,
that deals with the Mystic, let me know.
before we leave, I want to make sure to erase anything on the computer that that would tie back to us.
Why don't you just destroy the computer
Or
Because
take the
that's
hard
more-
drive.
or
Cryptic.
take the hard drive
Take
That
the
way we
entire
have it.
computer system.
or take the
No.
entire computer system?
Don't.
It might be
just-
valuable.
Or you can just wipe the entire hard drive and reformat it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I
And-
wanted. I want to wipe the hard drive.
So what
Okay,
did
so you just-
since Harold watched the video, what happened to the owner?
Twig? He was carried off by the Vesk.
Okay, so he's still possibly alive.
Presumably dead, but possibly alive.
Do we know a direction from watching the cameras facing the outside? Which way they went?
No, because the cameras kind of point down to kind of like look at people
Oh.
directly in front of the door. So once they crossed out of that line of sight, they're not visible.
Okay. Well, on our way back, I'm gonna ask people if they've seen any Vesk and the guy that runs the store. See if they've
Maybe
seen
we
anything.
should also check for any nearby security cameras to see if we can get any information from those.
True. Good idea.
Sure. So let's rewind a second though, because I think that Lionel wanted to look for books.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
any kind.
All right. So why don't you roll perception?
The fuck?
Okay.
Sorry, good.
So I mean, aside from that technical manual on drift drive maintenance that was already found, you find some other, like a couple old tomes. One is a book on old, very strange. What's the what is that race? The what's the forearm race again?
Oh, the Kasatha.
Kasatha poetry. That's what you find. It's a book of Kasatha poetry, which is just kind of. I mean, it doesn't really translate well into the languages you know, so it's kind of just weird. You do find a book on occult magics and that kind of stuff, and various like strange demon cults and rites and all that sort of thing. And you do see some notes from Twick inside, but none of its notes seem to like come to any answer within that book.
Hmm.
And otherwise, you find a book on a local history, but nothing seems to be earmarked in there.
Hmm.
We should also scan for credits.
This cash drawer.
I will be taking and register.
So, I mean, they don't
That's-
really do that kind of transaction in the future. So, I mean,
Well,
it's more like,
I would think of it like USB drive type things.
Answer. Don't. It's one thing to know a friend. It's another thing to steal from a dead friend.
Does he
He's
still have
dead.
the
You won't
medical
need it
equipment
when
that I
he's gone.
sold him?
I mean, oh, you mean the ancient surgical tools?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you don't find them in the store,
Okay.
and so you can surmise that he probably gave them to a consignment.
Good. I
Plus,
just wanna make
plus
sure
the
they weren't
information
here.
that we had, unfortunately, was it's gone. That's why I was asking if we should maybe he still had the money from the information.
Nothing yet. No.
That means we don't get our 3K. Oh well.
Oh no. So that 3K was automatically deposited in the morning, like once it cleared.
Okay. Because that means everyone gets 2,667 credits.
Yeah. So I
Well,
mean,
everyone
the way
but
the world
John.
it's
Yep.
all more like Venmo than it is like handing people physical money.
So,
Oh,
how much do all of us get? That?
2,667.
And that
Well-
does not include me. I'm out of that because I
Yeah,
sold the
because
surgical
you
tools.
sold the equipment.
Okay, so you guys gonna head back to the ship? Or you gonna do some shopping? You gonna do some? I'm sorry. You said
Questioning.
you're gonna question
Yep.
some people outside.
Exactly.
So because the thing took place at night and not when any of these people that you're talking to were about, none of them seem to remember seeing a Vesk nearby.
Did they hear anything? Gunshots, stuff like
Uh,
that. That might be suspicious.
No, this is like a very commercial area, so there's not really any residential
Okay.
nearby. So nobody would have been around here, or nobody should have been nearby.
I turned my
Okay.
head to Harold, hack all the security cameras available.
Dude,
I
don't
don't know.
hack. Just ask.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best course of action there, Lancer.
Yeah, because I mean they might have some sort of like security protocol. You don't want
Here's
to.
the
And then-
thing.
Maybe
look
that
for-
is my bandit side
Answer.
acting up. Yes.
Shut your programs down for a minute right now. You're being very inconsiderate.
Shutting down all systems.
Oh, guys, you're carrying him back this time.
We'll turn them on when we're done here. But look at this, real quick.
So,
We already know who we're going for. Or should I say, who went for our associate. We know we're looking for something here. There's a good chance we might find him again. Dead or alive.
okay. And then I rolled a perception to see if I noticed any cameras that might be around that could help us out.
So you
Direction.
do see some cameras in the main thoroughfare, like basic security cameras, probably from the local security forces.
Okay. So, if it's from them, then that'll be my next stop. So in between that and what happens, it's up to these guys to do something until I get to the proper authorities to ask them about
Right.
footage.
So you guys think about what you're gonna do next. I'm gonna run for a second.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, what's it called? I'll probably travel with you, John, to go talk to the security. And if they they
Awesome.
deny us, then I'll try. I'm just gonna hack it because
See,
we're already
here-
fugitives.
Here's the thing, though. We could probably get the cameras in the store because that's his. That's his cameras.
Yeah,
Security
I got
cameras
all
are
of
different.
those.
Yeah, so then we don't even really know. We
Yeah.
already know what we need to know.
I just
Yeah,
want
but
to
I
see if
mean-
we had a basic direction to go with because we don't know where he's at, which
Either
way
way,
they went.
we don't know the city, so even if they did walk a certain direction, we wouldn't really have anything to go off of.
Well, the security forces might be able to help us with the video following the path, and they know the cameras
Possibly.
and places, and could possibly point us in the right direction.
What were we on the city again?
And
for?
even
What were we on
assist.
this?
So
Therefore-
we're looking for the Master of Tides, what that would be, and possibly information on the King in Yellow. So we're trying to find out about these children. So the child of Tenebros deaths, and the other one. Which one was that one? Yeah, just the King in Yellow. The child of unspeakable dreams, possibly. And your guy had that information. He might have it on the drive, but it's also nice
that
to
drives
save
probably
him.
that drives probably what we're gonna need to access. I say we call. I say we don't go to the police just yet. I say we see what's in the drive first.
I mean,
All right, I'm
I
back.
say we should find out as much information as possible. See if we find out. See if we saw anything about the group. If there was more than just the two people, or him carrying Twick and the other dead guy. And then open the drive on the ship.
Okay, so what's going on?
So we'll go back to the ship, pour over the data from the drive, and then go from there.
Yep.
So you're not going to try to pursue the cameras?
We'll probably put that off for a little bit while we see what's on the drive first.
I'm turning
Yeah.
on Lancer to
Alright,
go back
so
to the
maybe-
ship.
Maybe there's information on where maybe
Fruit of
Twick here
sequence.
found the little vest guy where he was hiding at, and has information on there to save us time.
All right, so you head back to the ship. And
Yeah, we should probably have like a ship image or something like that for this, or we can actually just use this as our ship image right now.
Right.
Just the meeting room.
Yeah.
All right, so you get back on the ship, and Mahin steps forward and she says, "While you were gone, there were some strange people kind of lurking around the entrance to the docks. Do you know anything about that?"
What did they look
Do you know
like?
what they looked like?
No, they were kind of staying out of the way, and they were wearing dark clothing. That's about all I can see.
Should I shoot them?
Could you see these
Well, I mean,
sizes
they're
of
not
them?
here right now. They look to be like human or humanish size, standard size. Why?
Because I fear there are people coming for us, or sort.
Our location has been compromised, potentially.
Yes, my associate happened to be either kidnapped and or killed, or both, last night while we were on our ship. And we found some information, and we were going to look at this jump drive here and see what else we can find.
All right then. Well, I will keep a watch on the external cameras. I'll let you know if I see anybody.
Thank you. Alrighty, let's find a terminal and open up the jump drive.
All right. So you plug the jump drive in, and as you open it up, when you first open it, the little text file pops up and says, "Hey Harold, here's your stuff."
All right.
And then past that point, there's some analysis of like, some scans from that book that Lionel found on the ancient cults and all that, and specifically about this cult of it's like the cult of Mother Hydra and Dagon is what he seems to be highlighting, and we see they're like these strange quasi godlike creatures that the people of this planet used to worship like way back in their history, but that kind of worship kind of fell into disfavor because they were not particularly nice deities from what the historians talk about. But there are still some pockets of the cults reported to be around, and that's when he kind of links it over to some news articles of disappearances in the area of of like off-world race people, like kind of disappearing, and they're possibly linked to cult cells and all that. And then he links it again to that article that you saw still up on the computer of the desk. Because he's not wanted on like particularly this planet, he's kind of wanted system wide. And some of the stuff that he's been associated with is cultist activity, but on other planets. And so he was kind of trying to see if there's a connection between their cult and this cult. But the Mother Hydra and Dagon cult does not really allow for not of their race, I guess. Say that. So, yeah.
Okay.
So none of the Denhayans, like the Denhayans, are the kind of race that live on this planet. So, like non-Denhayans are not allowed into the cult. So there seems to be a disconnect there, but there still seems to be some association.
Okay. I'm assuming that everyone's like looking over my shoulder as I'm doing this, so we all have the information.
There we go.
I just directly like get linked up because when you activate it, you can just basically share that directly to the Android system. That way, it's a lot easier for us. We don't have to be like in person there.
Right.
Only the fleshies actually have to transmit this by visual data.
Yeah, I actually have to see it.
So you know that there's some sort of cult to this to these beings called Mother Hydra and Dagon, so, like somewhere possibly in the city, and then also you know that this Vesk is somewhat associated to it, but not directly. He definitely has a hand in what's going on.
So probably an agent for the cult.
It could be for the cult. Yeah, I mean you don't really know.
Or a mercenary that works for them, something like that.
Yeah, you do know that he was connected to cult activity and like murders on other planets not too far away.
So did any information on where he might be on this planet? Was that disclosed at all in any of this from what Harold's friend had? Or just information about his doings? Like his rap
Just
sheet?
his doing, because, I mean, given that he's a criminal and he has a bounty on his head, it would be very strange if his whereabouts were, like, easily accessible.
Well, I didn't know if he found out about this guy and then tracked him down somehow, leaving us a little bit of information to find him, but I guess we'll have to go other means to find this guy.
Yeah, so...
through all the searching and all the information Twick left, was there any like symbols or things that would say like, oh, this is the cult of Mother Hydra or Dagon?
That's a good question. So, in some of the text that you kind of scroll through, it kind of shows these hard symbol to describe. So I'm just going to copy paste it.
No problem.
And And did he have any information before about the symbols we showed him that we saw?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Let's see. I copy. I want to copy the. Okay, there. Okay, so I just posted it to the. So that's what the symbol of that particular cult looks like. To the Discord.
Makes sense. Hydra.
Memorizing.
And as for the other symbol, which you gave him the information on, he had some notes in his documents from other books that seem to be scanned in, and other reports, and it seems to be tied to this this figure called the King in Yellow, or also known as Hastur or Hashter. That's his other name that comes up as associated with that symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll type it in for you. So symbol slash. Other titles that he has are like Speaker in Dreams, He Who Shall Not Be Named, which is kind of funny. Because Harry Potter and all that, but that is actually one of his titles.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But considering that the King of Yellow is from like 1880, I'm pretty sure that predates Voldemort. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Anybody else have any other questions, or are we solid now?
I think we're solid now.
I do plan to head to the weapon shop to gather grenades and a grenade launcher. It might be useful for the upcoming combat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just going to stay away from that. So
I will say, though, that buying military-grade weapons is not generally easy to do.
But I also have basically, I'm supposed to be like some sort of military-issued droid, which is actually kind of funny because of I would have mercenary connections, and as well as
pirate connections, black market.
Yeah, less savory connections as well.
All right. I'll say that you can get to the black market to find what you want to find.
I'm not aiming for like any like super weapons or anything like that. I literally just want some normal frag grenade type 2s.
That's why I rolled a profession merc. I'm like, oh yeah, weapon shop that way. They'll sell you what you need.
And I misspoke. His title was Him Who Is Not to Be Named. So I was close, but not quite.
Gotcha. Okay. That's
So I was rolling, so you know.
Why does it got to be a him?
Because he is a him.
No, dude, that's not very PC, bro.
Well, I mean, like he did make love to Shub Niggurath.
Well, he's got a.
Whoa! Watch what you say there, man. Jeez. Dropping the show N words, man. Come on.
Okay. Anyway, so you find a grenade launcher and grenades, you monstrosity. Is anybody else going to do anything?
I'm ready to head to the security forces to go over some tapes if they'll allow me.
Is anyone willing to part with 1,000 credits to buy a large amount of grenades to add to my military systems?
As long as you pay me back 1,500 later, I'll loan you the 1,000.
Agreed.
Sweet.
Shit, alright. I was about to say I'll just give it to you, but like
I would, if you are willing to also part with it, I will have a larger amount of grenades available.
no, that's okay. He gave you money. It's fine.
All shall rule. the day that I got a large amount of grenades, as well as a platform to fire grenades.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to regret it. And also, I forgot to mention that in Twick's notes, he pretty easily connects that Master of Tides to the god Gozra, which is like an ancient god of the sea and also weather. And it's like a dualistic god. So like the male god is the god of air, I believe. Let me just double check before I speak.
Oh yeah, Gozra. Isn't that the two-sided thing or whatever? Two-sided god.
Yeah, dualistic god of nature is storms and wave and surf. So yeah, the god of the storms in the sky and the goddess of wave and surf in like one deity. So that's also another god that's kind of fallen out of favor generally in the galaxy, but it was at one point a major deity of this planet also that was in contention with Mother Hydra and Dagon.
It makes sense because it's mostly like a water world, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
primarily ocean planet. Yeah.
Okay. So Kevin Costner's Waterworld.
But with a lot less like
Fish people.
fish. Well, I mean, there are fish people. There are fish
Ah!
people, but
Kevin
there's a lot. It's not so. It's a lot more technologically advanced than that. Like,
Well,
So
then
they
the
weren't
explosives
fighting
are
over
gonna be
gasoline?
really useful there.
yeah. It's not like diesel punk fighting over gasoline and stuff.
It's not the water version of Mad Max.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Okay.
not Mad Maxian. Right?
All right. Well,
Well, I guess I won't
Well,
fit in
well,
then.
while Lancer's getting his weapons equipped and outfitted, who's going with me to see the security forces?
Me.
I'll go.
All right. So that's where we'll be heading, and we'll let the Lancer know where we're going. So while he's buying equipment, he can meet us.
All right. So you guys head to the security forces, which it's fully comprised of demands. Only demands are allowed to be in the security forces. They're very like they allow other races to be on their planet, but they're pretty insular.
But there's the
when it
fish
comes
ones,
to-
right?
Yeah, they're the fish people that like are native to the planet. They're very like when it comes to administration or
Yeah.
like bureaucratic institutions, they keep it within their own people.
Makes sense.
So you go up to just like the local police station, I guess, what effectively it is. And what are you going to do?
I'm gonna ask him if anybody can assist me in reviewing any security videos, or if I'm able to review any security videos for that certain shop and that camera that I saw on whatever street names, if there were any street names.
So you're just gonna like ask the receptionist, or
Well, I'll ask the receptionist who I would speak to about viewing security footage of a certain area.
well, so you talk to the receptionist, and the receptionist just asks like, do you have any kind of credentials or any like, are you with security force of a nearby planet or?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a
Technically,
private.
we are. We're part of the security of that one of the main planet that we were technically working for.
Hello there, Mister.
Shut
I'm
up.
buying a grenade launcher.
Oh shit! Where'd he come from?
It's like I literally come up behind everyone with this like mounted grenade launcher on my
I
shoulder.
think you'd still be buying it.
Yeah, I think time
Yeah.
wise, you'd still be in the process of purchasing.
Time
that.
is a thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
We literally
just
just
let
went up
them
the street.
know that we're pretty much private hires for a security group for the planet where it came from for our guy named Ren. Just let her know that we are diplomats from another planet. We're the part of the security forces, and we've had issues with people scouting our ship, trying to break in, as well as someone that we knew on planet that has been sort of forcibly kidnapped. And we would like assistance from the local security forces, if possible.
Okay, so she presses a button and like talks into a communicator, and this a uniformed officer comes out and says like, "Here, come with me to my to this office," and he directs you to an office directly off of the reception area, so it's not like back into where he came from, which is like you assume like the police pool back there. But it looks to be like he takes you into like an interview room.
Oh, great.
So he
Okay.
brings you into the interview room, and so he goes like,
That's
"So
too much.
you
No, I could have said
are
more.
you're saying you guys are diplomats and you're reporting an abduction within our city?"
Well, we work for a diplomat from Lashunta, and currently someone that we were in contact with. We went to go visit them, and they were
Wait.
abducted.
You work for a diplomat from Castrovel? I mean, that's kind of a long ways away.
Well, we had business over here, for which unfortunately I can't get into because I signed an NDR or non-disclosure NDA.
You mean a DNR?
Sorry. DNR, do not resuscitate. What? No, an NDA, man. Non-disclosure agreement. Come on.
But I mean, like Castrovel's like past the diaspora from here. I mean, that's like that would take you several months of travel to get to here. And what would bring you to this backwater planet as compared to your metropolis?
Well, we've come here to actually investigate some cults that seem to spread over to where we were that led us here.
So, John, so what I'm trying to drive home here is that Castrovel is like the home planet of Lashunta's, which is a long ways away.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys came from Fasir.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were all there because, Lashunta. Never mind.
Nope. Fasir is a different Lashunta planet.
Okay, so we came from Fasir. Sorry.
Like, oh, okay, Fasir, right. So, so do you have any proof of your station, or?
Well, what sort of proof are you needing? Credentials? You need to verify the ship, verify who we're with?
Yeah, do you have credentials, or do you have any files, like, showing your employment, or to whom you're with, or anything?
Can I pull the... I was gonna say, can I pull them up on on my screen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like, here you go, here's our credentials.
I just imagine like an old timey TV, like the switch off thing, but it switches back on with just credentials instead of his face.
Oh, that's what my face would basically show.
He goes, oh, okay, so you guys are in the employ of Ren Potentate, or the Vice Potentate, I guess. That's
That would be correct.
Okay, so you say your friend was abducted?
Harold, replay the video for him.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play the video. I'm not gonna show all of it. I'm just gonna show the part where they're taking him
where
and
he's being dragged out from the building. Just to
yeah,
film that
him.
video.
Yeah, just
not the inside stuff.
Yeah, nothing else. Just the part where they're leaving.
This is so you're friends with Twick then? I've had plenty of reason to talk to that particular Yusoki. And it looks like he was abducted by, and he kind of like scrolls through a little personal computer thing on in his hand. Oh yes, that looks like that wanted Vesk that's kind of been around the city recently. Rusak. I'm not really good at pronouncing Vesk's names, but Rusak, I guess, is how you'd say that. Mm-hmm. So I will take this down and start a investigation into the abduction. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, or
can you provide any more information on Rusak?
I can give you the whole wanted.
We already have that
APB that was provided to us, but that's about all we've been able to garner so far.
What's the bounty reward for this man or creature?
Well, I mean, that's publicly available. It's like 10,000
Well, I'm just
credits.
saying. So alive or dead? What's the difference?
Oh yeah, definitely. Either really. He's. It's kind of more pushed toward dead, honestly, because
Okay.
it'd be really
So-
difficult to keep strains.
So I have a robot in employ, an android in employ that's getting grenade launchers and grenades. And if it comes back in a bloody pulp, what would we bring back as proof that we did take him out?
Right. So he was imprisoned at one point, and so he should have a chip somewhere inside of his body
Okay.
that would have information on him.
Just want to make sure in case it came up. And would we be able to go over some security footage of the area to show possibly what way he went with our friend Twick?
Yeah, I think I can do that, but I'm gonna have to bring you back into the police pool where we have our camera computers, and I'm gonna have to, I know you're diplomats and all, but I'm gonna have to take out weapons and such.
That's fine. And if anything, we could just send Harold back with you. He can actually download archive or download the footage, so we have access to it to compare to.
We're not allowed to let you take the information because that's kind of like a breach of our privacy protocols in the city.
Okay.
But you
That's
can
right. I can be the one to go. I just give this nodding sort of thing. It's okay.
Can he take notes? Write down notes of directions and things
landmarks.
landmarks.
You can take any notes you want. You just can't.
Okay. Harold, you got this?
I believe so.
All right. Well, leave us your weapons so you can go in. If that's all right with you, sir.
No, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you can hold on to his weapons, and that's less paperwork for me.
And I'm just gonna deploy my drone there too, so that
no drone.
No, don't do that.
No drones allowed in the.
Hold on to it.
It's like an act of aggression.
He's basically popping
the
off
drone just to give it to me.
He's actually basically just popping off the drone and handing it to
Oh yeah, because it's got a weapon attached to it.
That's
okay. So I just take all his weapons and stuff so he can go in. Be like, all right, Lionel, you want to go wait outside?
Huh? Lionel wakes up.
Oh god, you fell asleep during all of that.
Like in my head in my hand.
Sorry to bore you.
Fucking there.
Right, so
yeah.
you guys head out front, and Harold heads to the back. And Harold, as you're walking through, make a perception check.
Let's do that.
Remember, you got a +2 if you're investigating.
No, that's only if he's using the skin.
Yeah, and it's probably not allowed to be used in an area like this.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be a situation. So you're just walking past, and you walk past a bunch of more uniformed security officers as you walk back to this tech room. So the officer leads you into the tech room, and then he talks to the technician, I guess is the word I'd use, in their native language, which you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Just talks to him for a second, and then the technician kind of stands up, and then kind of motions for you to sit in the chair on the computer.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the chair.
All right, so you sit in the chair, and he presses a couple buttons, and it pulls up the camera feeds for that particular street. And right now, you just see people kind of walking back and forth, doing shopping, and some person. There's a food cart standing right there now that wasn't there before. And the officer says, so what time frame are you wanting?
On the video, did it have a timestamp saying when he got kidnapped?
The security footage, no. The stuff from Twick's shop, no.
Okay, so I just know it was at night.
At night, okay. So we'll. I mean, that's it'd be a lot of video to kind of scroll through, but I guess we can do it at a fast speed. And so he talks to the technician in their language again, and the technician presses a couple buttons, and it kind of like goes from dusk, and then kind of like it's like scrolling through like 8 times speed.
Mm-hmm.
So make a perception check.
All right.
Whoa, nice.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Where it's important, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So, what would it be for this planet? Effectively around like 1 a.m. You see like some figures pass by the camera where it had been like empty for a long time. So you see some like figures like quickly go by with that 8 times speed.
All right. I'm gonna tell him to stop and like rewind so I can see that clear.
Okay, so yeah, he does so. It like scrolls back, and sure enough, you see the vest with the Isoki over his shoulder, and you see the elf like walking, and then there's a human being dragged. But like as they kind of get into sight, you see the vest put the human over a sewer vent, and then the elf like shoots it with a disintegrator until the body kind of like disintegrates down the vent.
Okay.
And then they walk off.
Fuck.
Heading down. Let's see. So, okay. So let me orientate myself. So there's the Isoki shop, which is kind of like in this like alley alcove. So if you're heading back toward the street, that main thoroughfare, they head to the left. But on the camera's perspective, it would be the right.
Okay. So heading out of the street from the shop, it's left, but on the camera's to the right.
Right. Yeah, because the camera's kind of facing toward that alley.
Okay.
So you see them heading down that street, and then given they have the timestamp, you can kind of follow them if you want by different cameras.
Yeah, I'm gonna try our best to do that.
Okay, so you just kind of keep following camera to camera as they kind of wind their way through the merchant district, and then they head down into more industrial area, and that's where the coverage starts to get a little spotty, because there's not supposed to be as many people in that particular area. And at a certain point in the industrial area, you lose sight of them.
Okay. Is it what is around where in the industrial? Is there any like standout shops or something?
So I mean, there's no shops in this particular part of the industrial area. There's some warehousing and some manufacturing plants for like silicon chips, and other like Android replacement parts nearby. And the officer whose name I'm going to come up with the name is
Shrimpman.
Trio. There we go. Trio.
Trio.
Officer Shrio.
Trio.
And because I'm going to keep him for a little bit. Officer Shrio gives you basically directions to get down to where they were last seen via the cameras. Basically from the police station.
Okay. Alrighty, cool. And then yeah, okay, go on. Sorry.
Nope, go ahead. That's it.
Oh no, I was just thinking out loud. Sorry, go on.
No, I mean I got nothing. What do you guys?
Oh,
do?
you got nothing else? Okay.
You think the nice man?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need.
Ask him about the elf, if he knows. Or that other guy that's with the Vesk.
I want to ask about the area, if they know of any criminal activity or anything different in that area, anything that's stand out.
Anything that stands out. That part of the industrial district is not really well populated, so it could be used for illicit activities, but given like the low traffic of people going through there's nothing like. I mean, it's not like a great area for drug dealing, right? but maybe some like bigger operations happen down there. I mean, most of it's owned by larger corporations which have like their own personal security forces keeping people from getting in the buildings,
Mhm.
or
Okay.
security systems keeping from people getting in the buildings. Yeah, that's basically what you would know about, or what he could tell you to right this second.
And so would Rasak be an owner of one of these buildings?
Are you asking Trio, Officer Trio?
Yeah, I'm asking Officer Shio.
Officer Trio says, well, I mean, given that he's a criminal, he obviously wouldn't be able to use his name to own any of these buildings, and nor has indication that he's a particularly rich person.
All right. And do you know anything about this other individual that he's with? Not Twick, but
The elf, we don't have. I mean, we've tried running his face through facial recognition, but nothing's coming up.
okay. Alrighty, well, I think that's as much as I can get. Thank you very much. I'll go back to my friends, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
good luck
all
out
the.
there. And he leads you back to the reception room.
Mhm. Yep, I'm just gonna thank him for the time, and we're gonna head out. I'm gonna explain what I've found, what I've seen, the information I've gathered. That there's a Vesk with Twick. They get to the sewer to get rid of the body. They go left from the shop, winding through the merchant district into the industrial area near silicon chip warehouses. Sherry gave me instructions to get to the last seen location, and there was another guy with Rasak, and we don't know much about him. Some elf of unknown identity.
So, based off all that, would that area correspond with any information from some of the cults, like gatherings? Because he said he had some, right? Any
No, I mean,
nearby
he didn't have
for
information
that?
of, like, so no, he didn't have any information on specific cult gatherings. He had
Okay.
he had
I
like
don't know if
news
he had-
reports and other things of possible cult activity. Nothing like, I saw these people with some
Okay.
weird symbols. Like, no, there's none of that.
Does any of that news activity correlate with the area?
No, so
Like,
that's a good
match up
question.
to it, or
There have most of the stuff that they have was like investigative reporter stuff of just people that have gone missing, and a few of the like most of the people kind of went missing in the residential areas. Like they went home, but then they were never found again. Some were people that came into the port and just went missing. So it seems like people were snatched from other areas and possibly used in cult activity. But I mean, again, like the industrial area is not really a traversed area, so there's no reports of people going missing directly from that area.
okay. So, anybody opposed going over to that area to investigate further?
I think it's the next course of action.
All right. So you guys gonna wait for?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
wait outside for Lancer to show up.
Yeah, and while we're doing this, I want to kind of be vigilant of those shady people we saw or we were told about. Yeah, from
You
our
guys back
from
to
our,
the ship?
yeah, from our ship.
Oh, so you're gonna keep a lookout for any kind of black-clad people that are generally human in size. And I would just
Yeah.
point out that also all the Deneans are also like similar to human in size. So all you can intuit is that it's not a Vesk and it's not Isokis that are looking at you.
Okay. Yeah.
And not a monstrous android.
That too, yeah.
So I just basically, you see me in the distance walking, you just hear the thump, 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 the hydraulics as I like walk down the path. You just see
Yes,
this large grenade launcher on my shoulder mounted to me. and
Yeah, that's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
and my ballistic shields on both arms. My guns are actually at my side, but the grenade launcher is always just like pointing forward.
All right, so you've met up, and I assume you tell. I guess. I mean, do you need to tell, or is there some sort of uplink thing you people have?
They got the hive mind.
Yeah, no, I'll just relay the information because I think it'd be too far for me to just like tell him. But
Well, you could basically info transfer.
yeah, just
It's just quick. It's just quick, easy to do that.
right.
So, what is our next plan of action?
Oh, you guys are heading down to the industrial, to the last known spot.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty says what?
Honey?
You wake up, Lionel again.
So he's falling asleep on this, man.
Yeah, are you falling asleep over there?
Indeed.
All right, so you get down there, and
It's already asleep.
you already fell back asleep.
Sleepwalking,
Yep.
man.
Okay, Lancer, can you carry the cat?
Understood.
All right, so you,
On the
you-
war part.
Basically, just sling Lionel right over my shoulder.
he didn't get enough sleep last night. Obviously, he was too busy reading books.
Guess so.
Yeah,
She, technically.
I'm
just
sorry, she.
just lay her around your exhaust fan. You know, puts out some heat, vibrates, and that's what cats love.
Whoa.
Okay, so you get down to that area that Officer Shrio pointed you out to, and sure enough, it's a pretty empty, like kind of road in between two manufacturing plants, and you can see the camera up on the wall to one of the plants, which is the big sign on it says Pentech Computers. Or I guess, sorry, Pentech Computing, not computers. Pentech Computing. And then you can see a camera that's further down, probably like a football field down the roadway. So it's kind of a ways between here and there, and then there's like some alleyways between. And the opposite building has a big sign that says Kadath Robotics.
Kadath robotic.
Yeah, Kadath Robotics.
Okay.
So
Do any of these symbol? I mean, do any of these? Did I see any of these places in the video?
Are you talking about in the security footage?
Yeah, the security footage.
Well, yeah, because the security camera that you are stopping in front of is that one that you.
Okay,
you
and
guys
those are all the places that we saw down the road or whatever.
right.
Okay, got it. So I don't know where they went from here. Just one of those places, probably.
Or one of the alleyways between.
Okay.
uh,
I want to roll a perception check and see if I can find a door that looks like it is not locked or locked poorly or something. Because from what Shiro said, all the places are like locked up, right? So yeah, I just want to look for.
So here's what I'll say: is that it's the middle of the day, so both of the facilities are in operation. So, like the doors into like the front office for those particular manufacturing plants are probably unlocked right now. But I mean, like, probably doors into the actual manufacturing floors are closed.
Okay. Well then, I want to go into the closest one to the front office and the closest one, and just kind of take a look around.
The closest one is in the one that's like the camera's attached to.
Yeah.
All right, so that is Pentech Computing.
And tech. Okay.
Alright, so you step into the front office. So it's not like a corporate office because this is not really where an organization would be accepting visitors.
Right.
So it's not like a fantabulous like wood paneled entry room. It's just kind of like a basic office thing, and then there's like a small desk, and you see there is an android actually behind the desk that is a female aspect, and she's sitting behind the desk working diligently at a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm gonna roll perception really quick. I'm trying to look for the symbol that we know of the cult. Any of the symbols actually, even like the yellow jackets, or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
a yellow sign.
I
Yeah.
was gonna look for the symbols outside down alleyways. That was my idea.
So you don't see any of those symbols or symbology like hidden in like any of the corporate logos or anything like that. Nor do you see them graffitied anywhere.
Alrighty. With the with the android lady, I want to go up to her and just kind of ask her, hey, so what kind of products do you make here at this factory?
Hello there. Are you for what reason are you asking? Is this a corporate survey, or is it are you a potential buyer?
A potential buyer.
Great. Let me provide you with this pamphlet. And she like types up on her handpad, and then you your little personal computer attached in your arm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Get like this little message pop-up thing of like a basically a little corporate flyer of the stuff, and it's mostly like computing parts, data sphere connectors, like AV components, like that sort of thing. So it's basically all parts for computing or connecting to the data sphere.
Okay. So just kind of like general information about it, right?
Yeah, so it's like a sales pamphlet. So it's kind of like saying like, hey, get your quotes here for us building custom computers for you, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
And it gives you some like emails to contact if you want to know more, purchase or whatever.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I want to do. I think I just wanted to grab that and look for the symbol.
Yep. So no symbol that you see, and
I'm gonna go to the other buildings and kind of just do the same thing and see who is the person sitting behind the desk.
So the one across the way is that Kadath Robotics. So that's the next closest one because it's the one right across the street.
Mhm.
So you head inside Kadath Robotics, and again, not a very welcoming office because again, it's just a manufacturing plant.
Right.
But behind the desk is an elf, and he is again working on a computer. And he seems like surprised that you walked in just because they don't really get visitors. And he's like, "Oh, welcome to Kadath Robotics. What can I do for you?"
I'm just taking a look around. I'm trying to see what I can buy. Do you have a pamphlet or something I can look at?
He's like, "No, usually when people buy, they go to our storefronts over in the merchant districts. Are you looking to bulk purchase or?"
Potentially, yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let me get you a pamphlet. So it's type on the computer in front of him, and then you get this little pamphlet pop up on your computer. Somewhat similar to the one you got before, but it's all about robotic parts for androids, but also for more simplistic robots like loader machines and simple security drones and turrets and robots. So it's more mechanical robot parts.
Okay. Alrighty.
Like,
And
what company are you from? Are you from he says some name for some android finishing plant or something like that.
No, actually, I am from an off-world company. We're kind of far. I doubt you would know of us. And I just what's it called? What planet did we come from again?
Facere.
Vasir. Okay. We're from one from Vasir.
Oh, Fasir's not too far. I think we have a satellite planet over there on Fasir. I think they specialize in optical receptors, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I talked to Johei over on that particular planet. So, okay, who did you say you were with again?
Oh wait, really quick. Did the Spectrum broadcast thing that I got, is that one of the optical things that he would sell potentially?
No, like he's talking about like more like actual sensors, like like the camera things that are on the top of like the eye things of robots or like Android eye.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like
So
those
Yeah,
kind of
like standard thermal and motion.
right.
okay, gotcha. Okay. What's it called? I'm gonna like make up some name that sounds like it, so I'll roll my bluff because I'll just what's it called? Yeah, I'm just gonna make up a name of a company.
Let me roll my.
Then make up a name.
He doesn't believe you at all.
He goes, "Oh, is that like a startup or something?"
Yeah, we're pretty new.
And he just kind of like nods his head. He's like, "Well, if you're interested, the contact information for bulk purchasing is on that pamphlet I just gave you, and just we're the best quality parts for robotics you're gonna get around here."
Alrighty, well I appreciate the information. Yeah, we're just trying to find who's out there, what they have.
Right. Well, I mean, I think if I recall correctly, we're the only manufacturing plant on Demhe that makes actuators for androids just like yourself. So if you're looking to improve those elbows, you know who to contact.
Gotcha. I will make sure to contact you if I need them.
Right. And I gotta say, visit our storefronts over in the merchant districts. We got custom make parts. We got standard issue stuff. If you're just looking to buy for yourself today, if you're looking a little splurging sort of thing.
Gotcha. What's your name, by the way?
Mayan is my name.
Man. I want to sense motive. I want to see if he's lying to me.
He's probably not lying about his name.
Okay. Okay.
But he doesn't seem like he's very confident in the sales role that he's doing right.
It doesn't seem like he's very confident in his sales role. Okay.
Right.
Alrighty. That's it. I'm just gonna say. Alrighty. I appreciate the time. Sorry to have bothered you and maybe startled you a little bit.
No, it's no bother. Don't worry about it.
Alrighty. Is there a way I can contact Shiro and ask him if he can do a search on this elf?
Yeah, he gave you like a digital card,
Alright.
like a business card, but they don't do paper business cards, especially on a water planet.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna send him a message and see, hey, can you do a background search on this elf Emian?
Sure, I can get that underway for you. Absolutely.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Just tell me if you need to show the place.
Just send me the info when you've got it.
Yep, will do. Good luck, I guess.
Thank you very much.
So, what are you guys gonna do now? Is Lionel gonna start attacking people?
Well, so are we? So did I search outside, like alleyways, for any sort of markings that could point us in a direction or help us out?
Right.
Any sewer cover, stuff like that. That I can search around for any sort of symbols that relate to that, tentacle thing, or even what we saw before.
So you didn't see any like graffiti or any kind of symbols.
Nothing etched in. Okay.
Nothing etched, because you can only assume that they're probably a little bit smarter than that, making it obvious of where they're like cult hideout over here. Look at this. Like they're probably not that kind of dumb.
So the best option is to start firing grenades at each window until someone runs out.
That you definitely could do that
Well,
for sure.
Anything like in Blade, black lights, you see a symbol, anything like that by doors that don't stand out unless
Do
you
you
see it
have
in a
a black
different.
light?
I don't know. I got my wide spectrum ocular implant, which might be able to allow me to see
I
other
mean,
things.
if it's like it got any thermal imaging or I mean, technically a blacklight you would need.
Infrared, ultraviolet light, stuff like that. Anything that can be seen with
Yeah,
that.
but that's the thing is you would actually need a blacklight to get the
Yeah.
image proper. So
That's probably true. So I mean, you could head back to the merchant district, buy yourself a black light, and then come on back and try it out.
yeah, it's actually an item, I think.
Actually, is there like? Oh yeah, can I? I'm gonna roll. Wait, what kind of ground are we on outside of these districts?
Concrete usually.
Yeah, I mean the streets are like kind of like a ferrocrete kind of structure.
Okay, I was thinking maybe since it's like an industrial, it'd be like gravel or something. So I was like, yeah, footprints, man. But no, it's not gonna happen.
No, yeah, definitely not that thing.
We're still in city limits, so pretty sure it'd be.
Yeah, and
more-
outside of city limits is water, so it'd be kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
Would
there's
there
not
be
really
any-
much we have here.
Oh no.
Right.
How big is the island, by the way, that we're on?
Probably like Manhattan sized.
Oh, so pretty big.
And it's probably primarily man-made and alien-made or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So it's none of this particular island city is man-made. It's the place in which the Demans can contact the outside world because they are an aquatic species. So they had to build the city so that other people could land and trade with them. And so it's like it's like completely like a floating city.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Is there any
guys,
sort of underwater cities that we could try to get access to that might seem, or I don't know. Jeez.
I mean, typically they don't let outsiders into their underwater cities. One, just because, I mean, it'd be really difficult for you to go down there because they don't have, like, bubbles of air or anything.
We'd need to have like some sort of oxygen tanks for the squishy humanoids.
Yeah.
I mean, technically your suits have environmental protections where you would be able to breathe down there. Just like, they're not really suited for people
The
to
high
be there for any
pressures and
length
stuff
of
like
time.
that.
Right.
Anybody else got a suggestion?
well, if we don't get any information on that elf I saw there in Cadaft Robotics, I say we break in at night and take a look around.
Well, I mean, you could also go buy that black light and see if he does anything.
Yeah.
And in
I'll
the
head back
meantime,
and
we
go
can
buy a black light.
The black
While
light.
you're
We'll
waiting for
Blade
nighttime.
on this. Look for vampires.
So you don't find any vampires.
Shit.
So
Oh, let me look
Nice.
them up. How much a black light costs? in
You know,
StarFinder.
I couldn't find the black light, but I'm just looking at the other light source things.
Yeah, basically it's a type of light bulb. That's all it really is.
Yeah, so I'll just say it's like 25 credits. We'll just go with one of the more expensive.
Oh, cool. So just call it the black light.
Yeah. just-
Hey, that black light costs almost as much as one grenade.
Well, black light
Sweet.
technology is very expensive on this particular planet. Okay, they don't have those
The light
particular filaments, and they have to export them from or import them from outside.
Works for me.
planets.
Isn't it iodine?
It's whatever
So this
it
is like
is,
a-
man.
But this is like a pretty high powered one. Not like the cheap ones that you get because you're a stoner.
Right.
And you like to listen to Pink Floyd.
It's a
And looking at
spotlight.
other
It's a blacklight spotlight.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's like one of the powerful ones, like, doof, and it's got distance, so I can just flash a whole wall or something.
Yeah, so it's like trying to think of like You know, like one of those construction light size things.
Yeah, it's a floodlight.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, like, but it's like a floodlight size.
Sweet. So
It
yeah,
could be
I'll
used.
just
It could be used for 10 hours.
And you know, it's used for like it's like black light / ultraviolet, so it's also used for like cleaning things.
now I can find out what Lancer's doing in the back.
Right. So I mean,
Just
it's
like
not.
in offline mode.
So I will say though that it's not incredibly effective during the day though,
Okay. Well,
because I mean, like it's just hard to see.
yeah, that's why I'll wait a little bit later. You know, dusk going to night.
Okay, so you guys
Yes.
can wait till nighttime. You know,
Yeah,
the
I
shift
guess
ends, and you see a bunch of like various alien species leaving both the manufacturing plants, and you know, heading off wherever, maybe to a pub. Who knows?
Does anyone want to buy restraints or anything like that to take anyone
Oh.
alive?
I already got binders, bro. I've already planned ahead.
Yeah,
long
I was
time ago.
about to say, it's like,
I'm a professional mercenary. I do this stuff.
And my weapon's a type of stun gun. Oh, speaking of which, is there like a brand that the disintegration pistol that Twick gave me, or that we got from Twick is?
I'm sorry, a brand? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like a company that makes the pistol. Like you know, like Makarovs would have like Makarov on the side or whatever by whatever company or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about
That's,
guns. Okay.
That's a great question.
well, that's the thing is, I would love it to have like different names, but it's not really specified. So you basically just make one up if you want.
Yeah, why don't you
okay.
tell me what the company name is for your disintegrator?
Well, oh no, I'm just trying to make correlations and see if I can find if there's like one of the industry buildings has that same name is basically what I'm looking for.
Oh, so yeah, so we'll just say it's like Meltatech or something like that. Just something
Yeah,
just like
Meltatech. Yeah, sure.
yeah. And no, there's not a Meltatech manufacturing plant on planet just because they're generally disintegrator weapons are not really well received in most civilized planets.
Okay.
So they're generally built on, like, say, that undead planet Eox will probably be where, like, the majority of them are built.
Okay.
There's places with a little bit less scruples.
Alrighty. While we're in the town looking for the blacklight, I want to actually look and see what places sell disintegrator pistols in town. And
Absolutely none of the shops that you find in the merchant district sell disintegrator pistols.
That's
Okay.
probably gonna be like a black market item.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to double check. Okay.
Yeah, generally,
Would
like
they-
military grade, and then those kind of like weapons you're not going to find in like polite company.
Right. Okay.
Would it be a skill that I could roll to find out where we could find something as such on this planet?
Well,
Or we
no,
just have
I
to
mean,
know
you
the
guys
area?
already, you guys already know where the
Technically, I
black
would
market is.
Yeah, I would pretty much be the only one who would have like direct connections to it because I was a former pirate. Plus, I have like military contacts as well. So,
All right.
quote unquote military.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you could go find like some black market person who'd sell you disintegrator stuff. I mean, like, why? What are you trying to figure out?
No, I was trying to see if what's it called, because if someone sells them, then they might know who the elf is that had the pistol.
Oh, it was the cassette or the vest that melted the human.
Oh, is the Vesk? Okay. Well, then yeah, I might know the Vesk.
But I mean, like, I would assume that the vest went into like a black market person himself, which is, I mean, given that he's a wanted person,
Unlikely, but
right?
at the same
I mean,
time,
you
black
could-
market.
I mean, we
backstreets-
could have literally just went to the black market dealers and saw if they, or asked if they had any sales of such items.
I mean, you can go talk to them, but I mean, I would generally say that most of the black market people will not disclose who they sell to, like when or why, because I mean that's like part of their business, right? Is like
Unless they
discreetly sell stuff.
Lionel's gonna get
unless
a ball of
it's the right
yarn.
price or something.
All right, you buy a ball of yarn, it's gonna be one.
Fuck yes. Oh.
All right, so you see Lionel kind of like batting around the ball because
Plus,
she's
she
bored.
bought that fish that last time.
Yep. And now she has money to do so.
Right.
Lionel, did you get plenty of ammunition for your new weapon?
I believe so. I think I had 20 or so left over from my other one, and then I got 4 clips with 530 plus 4.
Good.
Enough to let-
That's that'll work then.
All right, so it's now. Are you guys done shopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we
it's
just-
now getting toward evening, and that thing of like people leaving the manufacturing plants. You do notice that there's like security that like circles each one of the buildings at regular intervals. But it just looks like rent a cop style thing, not like a military or anything.
So if they become a problem, I can just throw them through a wall.
I have a question.
Yes.
The dock area. Is there a lot of taller buildings around the area that we're gonna be around?
Like buildings taller than the manufacturing plants you're
Same,
wanting to
or
look
that
at?
would have like line of sight to the area that they're at.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's some warehouses that are kind of tall, and then there's probably like a building or two.
I want to find me a sniping spot.
Okay, so you walk into a office building that site on. You guys have decided on Kadath to be probably the one, judging by what Harold was saying. So you get a good line of sight on Kadath, and you kind of like just walk through, like past a couple of people with just jamming away on computers that don't pay attention to you, and then you get to the nearest window, and you get a good line of sight on that on the front part of that building, and then kind of down like
This-
part of the alleyway.
Place isn't abandoned, is it?
No, there's people standing, like, kind of
Okay.
working all.
I don't want to go into the place. I want to get on the roof.
Okay, so you
Some way.
get
Stealth,
to,
obviously.
Yeah, so you're sneaking up. Nobody seems to notice you go stairway, but the door to the roof is locked.
Anyway, I can get up from the outside.
With my help.
Do you have like a climbing equipment? Or
I have. Depending if acrobatics is enough.
I mean, it's like a sheer, like like you think of like a downtown building.
Yeah, I was thinking like, industrial pipes and like a Manhattan ladder type deal.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could climb up the escape ladder. Sure. Why don't you give me an acrobatics to get up to that first little level of it? Because they try to keep you from walking up. Okay, that's good enough. Sure.
Just leave yourself on the top of the building.
So you do like 3 flips and land on the escape. What's the word I'm looking for? The not escape ladder, but escape.
The fire escape.
Fire escape.
Fire escape.
Yeah.
There you go. Fire escape. That's the word I'm looking for.
It was at the tip of my tongue.
I know. Like I had it right there, but I couldn't. So
Yep.
you get up there, and then you just kind of like wind your way up, past a couple of people's windows, but nobody seems to notice you as slinking up there, and you get to the roof. and you have a great line of sight.
Using
From
my
a building.
military experience, I want to just be able to I just basically want to not necessarily blend in because it's hard to blend into a roof, but just Overwatch and the sniper's position. You know how it is.
Well, I mean, like nobody seems to be like looking up at you.
Yeah.
So I mean, you
I'm
have
just-
a very discreet position.
It's just too bad I can't get onto that roof either. I'm pretty sure they'd notice this hulking tank as it climbs up the side.
I think if you tried to jump onto the fire escape, it would actually break off the side of the building.
Yeah, with your weight.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I do weigh a ton.
Yes, especially with your
Not
new
joking.
shielding.
So is it dark by now? Or I
Yeah,
can
so
start
it's,
searching for with
it's-
black light?
It's definitely dusk. I won't say. I mean, I'm assuming you guys didn't wait till the middle to start.
No.
So it's just kind of like dusk. So it's definitely like shadowed enough to where the black light would probably work.
Okay. Well, I want to start going around the alleyways and stuff and just seeing if I find anything that
While he
sticks
does
out.
that, I'm gonna
Symbol-wise.
try. While he does that, I'm gonna try to keep lookout. So I'm gonna use the broad spectrum glasses and keep visuals for people.
And also the black light to find any blood because they did get bloodied, or they bloodied what's his face.
Yeah, from Twick.
So they might have bloody handprints somewhere. Who knows?
Okay, yeah. So roll your perception.
I'm gonna keep an
Woohoo!
eye.
Wow,
I told
look
you.
at guys.
Except
Okay.
mine should have 2 more because of the broad spectrum. That's cool.
Right. So you're
this fucking
25.
guy.
You're 23. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
this fucking guy.
he just had to one up you, or two up
Yeah.
you, I guess. So I guess I'll start with John. So you're kind of scanning around the building with that black light, and you happen upon a symbol that so again, it's kind of difficult to describe. So let me pull it up.
Is it the 8-tentacled one, or is it a different symbol?
It's a different symbol.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh boy.
Another symbol for the targeting.
Is it 2 fish humping? Because I do not want to go there.
No,
You know, the Gay Fish Club. Kanye West is there.
yeah, it's not fish sticks. It's definitely not fish sticks. It is. Upload. It is actually this symbol.
Oh,
Oh boy.
does
Well,
that
like-
come across as any symbol we recognize?
It's not any one that you currently have.
I see the Star of David multiplied a few times now.
A pentagram, technically.
Is that Bornstein?
No, but that does remind me. I should have Bor.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
wait,
Because
have-
Isaac's able to summon him.
Yeah, if Isaac is around, Borbornstein is somewhere in this galaxy.
Oh, that's
I'm going to
horrifying.
make a note right now that that's going to happen. Hey.
Yeah, I just have to make sure that Bornstein is canon across every campaign.
Oh,
Even-
every Pathfinder campaign. In fact, I'm gonna add him to my Pathfinder.
Perfect. Perfect.
Borbornstein will make an appearance. Okay. That's
Who was a
enough.
cleric? Don't forget that.
I'm not going to forget. I'm sure now.
And he steals your gold or credits or valuables for his.
Oh,
Right.
that's true. He can't really steal credits.
Well, he takes things that is valuable
Yeah, he's gonna
for
steal.
payment of his
He's gonna
services.
steal your magazines. Fucking clips of ammo.
Oh, grenades! I'll take those. Oh, son of a bitch!
Okay, so that is the symbol that you find.
I'm gonna alert Harold and the other guys over the comm. Just to let them know I found a symbol here. And is it next to a door?
No, it's not. It's just it's in the alleyway that it's actually like right. So there's the front of the building, and as you're going around the alleyway, if you're facing the building, you're going the alleyway just down the left side. It's like right on the corner.
Okay. So
It-
I'll let them know and start heading down the alleyway, looking for the symbols or any other symbols, continuing down.
So
And
no, you
as
don't.
well as
As you continue down, there's no other symbols.
and looking for any entrances into anything else, like sewers, doors on the side of the building, something like that.
I mean, there's definitely
Anything.
a sewer grate.
Is there any doors in the building, or is it only a sewer grate there?
Just the sewer grate. So there's no doors on the side, on the alleyway side of the building. Just the front door.
Inspect for scratches.
Yeah, I'm gonna inspect because if it's been there for a while, it's gonna be harder to pull up. But if it's been opened before multiple times, it should be a little bit easier to pull.
Once
So
you're
I'm gonna
rolling
try.
perception.
Yeah, I'll perceive the shit out of something.
No, I mean, it doesn't look like this is that you can tell. And it's actually like, I mean, you could try it. You even pulling on it, and you can tell that it's actually like inset into the ferrocrete, and it's not like a movable. So like,
Okay,
it's not like
that's.
manhole
I
cover.
just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's more just a grate.
I just want to make sure. Is there anything in the alleyway, like trash cans, dumpsters, stuff like that?
No, the trash cans around the back. And so this is just like a alleyway that you walk to get in between streets more easily. So it's not
And
nothing actually in the alley.
okay,
There's some
Is
lights on
this-
the wall.
but seeing as the symbols on this building is probably of importance.
Is the symbol what building is the symbol on?
The Kadath Robotics.
Daft Robotics, okay.
Oh, so it's the robotics that has the symbol, huh?
Yeah.
Is there a back door? If I continue walking around,
Yeah, there is a back door.
and still no more symbols.
Yeah, no, that's the only symbol that you found on the building. And the back door, if you try to open it, is locked. And in fact, there's actually no like visible means with which to open the door from this side. So it looks like it's like a exit only or like a only open.
Okay, well, then front door it is.
And for me, did I see anyone? Do I see anyone suspicious? Do I see anyone that fits the description? Do I see anyone watching us?
First things first,
I
disable
would
all
assume-
security cameras.
So no, you don't see anybody suspicious, but you do see one of the rent-a-cops getting near the building to make one of his rounds.
Okay. And are we doing stuff that I should be concerned about? That he would like?
Well, I mean, you do
You're
have a
in
friend
industrial.
that's circling the building with a black light.
And
Hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm
Very
gonna
great.
contact them over the
Weapons
call and be like, hey, rent the cop coming, rent the cop on his way.
Okay.
What do you do with that, John?
Well, I'm gonna shut off the light and. How tall is it to like the roof of this part of the building from the backside where I'm at?
Oh, it's a pretty big. I mean, like so.
Like
the
40
building
feet,
itself is-
50
no,
feet?
It's much taller than that because it's like a big manufacturing plant. But I'd say the back door is like on this little like shorter projected alcove thing, or whatever the reverse of an alcove is.
Oh. Well, I was just hoping to use like my little stellar revelation where I defy gravity and I can just pretty much run up the wall.
No,
at
I
full
mean you
movement
can get. So there's like there's probably like a small section that's out the back of the building that's like a 1-story tall. So you could definitely get up there if you want to hide
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, I'll get up there and go on the prone.
Okay.
And
And think
you
about that
want
for a
me to-
second because I'm gonna go run to the restroom and make
well, I'm using my defy gravity to pretty much allow me to go anywhere without having making a check. Just
attune.
well, it's sort of a constant, so this could
Okay.
possibly be attuned. It doesn't say. It only says once one of my other stellar revelations, I reset and have to wait for the first round to start before I can use it again.
Okay, I'll just let it happen just because it's cooler that way. But
Just a black ore, and I just whoop.
it's gonna be
Okay.
thematically cooler, so I'll let it happen.
All right, cool.
Be right back.
Alright, I gotta figure out if engineering equates to hacking a camera and putting like a feedback loop or
It's
something on it.
computers. It's computers.
It'd be
Computers?
computers.
Okay.
Engineering's for actual like machines.
Well, yeah, see, that's why I was saying engineer, because it's technically a physical object that I'd have to alter, not something that I'm
Are you
getting at, like,
changing
a
it so
terminal
it's
or
like
something.
looping a specific image through
Image? Yeah.
it? That would be heat
That'd be
computers.
Still computers, yeah.
Yeah, because you're hacking the image and basically overlapping instead of
You-
actually like destroying a machine or
Yeah.
rerouting.
know.
it.
We'll see.
Rerouting power, overriding, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's difficult. Okay, so this is what I can do basically. I remote hack, and I can use my custom rig to attempt computers and engineering skills at a range of 20 feet. And so I'm trying to figure out how that exactly works with like a camera, right? Because I can definitely do something with it. I just don't know exactly what it is.
What you would probably do is have it replay the last like maybe 20 minutes of footage. Just keep it on loop for a while.
Yeah, but
Right
it
about.
doesn't show us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are the rest of you guys while this is happening?
If this is like the building, like if this is the building here, I'm probably like on the opposite alley corner, just kind of like hanging out.
And I'm
So
right
that
next
we
to
can all
Harold
just-
because literally I am probably too unstealthy to be anything.
There you go. Yeah.
And that'd be me on the back of the building, up above a door.
I moved this stupid door thing.
I'm on a far away roof.
Whatever. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the rental cop passes underneath you. It's just a human, and just like
Squishy.
secure corp, regalia with he has like a tactical pistol strapped to his belt and a truncheon. He doesn't notice you because you're prone up on that roof, and he is not expecting somebody to be hiding up there. And
You
frankly,
better
he's
not
paid
notice
enough to
us.
look.
It'll be a very bad day.
Yeah, he's not paid enough to go looking on top of roofs for people. So he just goes walking by. But Lionel, why don't you make a perception check? Because actually, you and you would be kind of this side here.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was like, that's kind of weird. It feels like it would be on the opposite side on the building over there.
Right. Yeah. So that's more like where you'd be. So with that perception check and the fact that you have just like this great vantage point all the way down, you notice somebody trying to sneak up on the two end.
I'm gonna scope in on them, and I'm gonna describe what they look like.
Okay, so what do they look like?
Are you letting us know?
Yeah, I'm describing over
Yeah.
comms. Quietly on
Okay,
my
you
end,
look
but
like a
for
man.
you guys.
He looking like a man. Yeah, that's right. Oh man, that's a good one. I forgot all about that Mad TV. So
Yep.
it looks to be a Lashunta, and they're wearing basically it looks like casual station wear clothing, but they do have some form of pistol in their hands as they're
Okay.
walking up.
And they're
It's-
just
yeah, it's,
plain walking.
No, like definitely like sneaking up the alleyway like behind them, like
Uh-huh.
on the side of the robotic or the computing building.
Uh-huh.
Like he knows he seems to be heading toward them and trying to keep out of their line of sight and shit.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So hold up. So this is like the alleyway, right? This is an alleyway.
Yeah, so behind you guys, yeah, so the two buildings are like facing each other, so there's an alleyway behind you guys.
Okay. Is behind us up here, or is it Here. Okay, this is behind us. Okay. Got it.
So
Okay.
you are still in front of the building, so the alleyway would be starting over here.
Right. So what's it
Kind
called?
of coming up from here.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So there's literally just like, this is the alleyway type area.
Yes.
Okay.
so I describe
cool.
what's happening and the situation to you two. You hear?
And since we are on the corner of like the building, he can like kind of see us, right?
No, he can't see you right now. No.
He can't see me, but he can see like maybe the arm or something of
Yeah,
Roger?
huge armor plate.
Yeah, you probably see the armor plates of the other guy, but it seems like whomever is sneaking up knows you're there regardless.
Like
Okay.
he's watching us through
And
the
he
cameras.
does he look like the description that Ren's mom gave earlier today?
I mean, generally, because the people that are kind of lurking are also just wearing just like random clothes, but they just seem to be like paying too much attention to the ship, I guess. So I mean, as
Okay,
far as
I
like,
get you.
they look like casually dressed people.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stealthily draw out my arc pistol and have it changed to non-lethal. So here's my sleight of hand.
I basically just ready myself that the moment he turns that corner, I'm going to hit whoever it is with my fist.
Yeah, and then what's it called? Yeah, in addition to this, is there any cameras nearby?
Only that camera that is facing like from
Like-
here to over here.
Okay, so I just want to like draw on a little camera real quick so that I can have
Oh, there's more space between the two buildings. 10 feet there. Probably more like.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably more so like this. That way, this is basically the front of the building,
Right.
and this is the alley is on the side.
Right. That's a little better, yes.
Okay, we're just pretending that this works out. So like,
Yeah. So I'm basically
here,
just
you're
like
next
right
to me.
here. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, cool.
And where would I be on all this?
You're behind this building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere, yeah,
Just making
somewhere on that end.
And this is the building where I found the symbol, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, we can just be like right there.
Oh yeah, so you found a symbol about right there.
Okay. I'll move myself back there.
Oh,
Does-
where's the
does it
alley?
have any windows?
Is this the alley or is this the alley?
It's probably here.
So this is the alley.
Oh, that's the okay. So yeah, then we would be right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then does this building have any windows?
On the first floor, like into that. Yes.
Okay, so like if the elf guy was in there, like right here, he could look out and see us.
He could, but he's not there.
Okay, so we
I
we
would
don't
be
see him, he
shooting
doesn't
into the
see us.
window if it was.
Okay, so yeah. And then let's see, how much distance is this? Okay, that's too much for right now. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for him to get up close, and then
I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay, let me drag.
I'm sorry, my drone's still not deployed. It's too noisy. Hold on, can I just?
All right,
Oh, wait,
so
that's the end. Okay.
the person like comes around the corner and is like aiming the gun directly at the back of the robot. So we're trying to figure out how we should do this because he's ready to shoot you, but you're also ready to punch him. in the
Yeah,
face.
basically, prepared actions. Let's roll an initiative for whoever has the sneak hit.
So what did you roll?
I'm just gonna roll this. 11.
All right, so
And
he
I'll-
lands.
I'll roll mine too because I'm in the same position basically. With
Yeah,
my-
but I'm like right in position where he would be able to first hit, so he would be able to get this quote unquote sneak attack.
Okay. So then, yeah, it wouldn't matter anyways, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'll also say for this like first it's surprise round. He gets the surprise round. So he.
Would I be
shoots-
considered flat-footed?
Yes.
Okay.
So what's your flat-footed EAC?
Could I
22 still. Oh, yeah. No wait. Is it 22? I think
Question.
It,
could I
What?
be part of the surprise round too?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you roll initiative.
Because I was thinking if he showed a hostile action, I was just gonna fucking light him up.
Okay, so he still beat your initiative, so you'll go.
Yeah.
You'll go.
He'll still go
forward.
first. Yeah, it's better that he goes first actually, because I was waiting for his hostile.
it's probably gonna be close to 18, is what I think it is.
Well, he shoots you with a cryo pistol, and it deals 7 damage. So not too much. And now it's Lionel's turn.
Oh yeah, and I'll roll mine just so I can go last.
I am
You'll go
going-
first on the next one.
Yeah, like I'm the next cycle up.
Okay, so John, are you gonna roll initiative too?
Oh, I said, well, since I figured I was far enough away, I might not be included in all this.
Yeah, he's probably not included in the combat initially unless we like call for him to come on
Yeah,
comms.
and did
Well,
anybody
he heard
inform me
Lionel
that somebody
say,
was
like,
coming?
hey,
I did say over comms, but okay.
Well, I'm saying it's like he may not be needed for the combat.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's my 14, but I still got to worry about the security guard and stuff.
I
So.
am going
My turns are probably gonna be holding actions.
to.
Why didn't you show up in this stupid?
I didn't click my character, Pog. I'm
Yep.
so sorry. I thought I did, but I didn't. And you deleted me. You
I
monster.
accidentally moved you because I was trying to add.
You've been erased from history.
Alright, can you add yourself for a favor?
Right click. No, you can't. You have to actually add him.
If you just click your name and roll the initiative again,
Just roll
then you
again,
can just
I'll
change
do
it.
That's true.
You just want me to roll again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
click
but
your-
because
click
it
your
puts your
picture.
name on it, and then you can change it.
Whatever. Can I keep the 19 then? If I'm not doing anything?
I'm gonna over comms. I'm gonna say keep it quiet.
Well, he
That's it.
shot.
I know he
Yeah,
shot a
so-
cryo.
It's still considered a full weapon sound.
Yeah,
It's
but
not a
it's
sniper
more
rifle.
quiet than a fucking sniper rifle going off in the middle of the goddamn town. Now is it?
I guess
This
so.
is true. You should probably buy a silencer or some kind of
Yeah, suppressor.
I mean,
suppressor or something.
let's be honest. If it's gonna be a suppressor, it's not really gonna do much of a difference in the middle of a goddamn town.
Yeah, but that also includes machine guns and grenade launchers and stuff like
But
that.
I am holding. I guess holding a turn isn't a thing, so that's my turn. I just say keep it quiet.
You could totally buy yourself a sonic suppressor Hush for a cheap 36,500 credits.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it'll go back. Sorry, Leno, we can't
No,
afford
sorry,
that.
that's a sonic gun. Sorry, let's see.
I mean, sniper rifles usually don't carry suppressors with them anyway, so putting it out
It
there.
depends.
Anyway, so you're just gonna say keep it quiet. So then, ooh, Lancer's turn.
Yes.
I punch him in the face.
Okay, roll that punch in the face.
Roll that punching face.
I'm gonna be happy when I get that. I rolled it, but it's not showing up. Oh, there it is.
And 22 KAC. That definitely hits.
for 11 damage, which is minimum. That's fine.
Yeah, minimum damage is 11 damage.
Okay. So that's it for the surprise round. We'll just head up to the top with Harold.
Alrighty, really quick, for stun, I need to look up stun really quick, just because I want to make sure that I can either do this or not do this. I don't really know.
And
2
there's a little
seconds.
thing for you there.
What's up?
I just check the link.
Oh.
Just put it up.
Alrighty, as a question, since my arc pistol can be used as a stun weapon and deal non-lethal damage, could I potentially move around here and use it as like a stun gun and like put it to him and shock him?
I mean, I don't think it'd be any different than you shooting him from distance.
Noise difference, maybe.
I mean, it still has like a static discharge sound.
But also,
It would be
Hey.
technically considered a touch attack, but even then, that's kind of a.
okay, never mind. I'm just gonna move here then, and then use my shock pistol as because I do not deal damage with that. Oh yeah, the main reason for that was for the arcing thing, so it doesn't arc. But it's right.
We'll just say that you can do it close enough where it doesn't hurt. We'll say it doesn't.
Okay, cool. 'Cause-
So
What a silly thing.
Yeah, it has the arc to someone, and I'm the only one who's here who's gonna be taking that arc.
I mean, I could take it too. Technically, I think we're the same distance.
Oh,
you
no.
do 18 damage. Good shot.
Oh yeah, now I'm a little bit further.
Spencer takes 18 damage.
18 damage, and so it's his turn. So he realized that he is horribly outgunned at this moment. And you just hear it's like, oh fuck. And he starts running back down the alley. So I'll say that
Attack of
Master gets
opportunity.
opportunity.
Oh, actually, is he using disengage? There's a rule for disengaging. You can move 2 times your movement speed and break combat.
No, I'm gonna say that he wasn't being tactical about his retreat.
Okay, cool.
He was just freaking out because someone jumped around a corner and blasted him in the face.
One, he thought he was gonna shoot you and you were gonna like just fall over dead, but then you just punched him in the face, and then somebody else shot him. So he's just making a break for it.
So, I'm gonna just try to punch him again, trying to stop him.
Okay, so you do miss though.
Yeah, I just like smack the wall.
Swing and a miss.
So he's almost to the end of the building, down the alleyway, and it is Lionel's turn. No, sorry, it is.
I actually wanted to run a intimidate check to terrorize him at one point, but
I think he's already terrorized.
I wanted to have him stay put, quote unquote.
So John, your turn.
My turn. Is the guard still there?
No, the guard is he's headed the other direction.
Oh, he's back over this way?
No, he kind of like headed up to the north of the map.
Yeah.
Oh, so we went further north. Okay.
Yeah.
How fast do I move now? Oh yeah, that's right. My base speed 50, and I can pretty much make any sharp turns going. You know, the rush. So what's that? 200 now. So pretty much hearing that there's a shot. How far away is he from me? So that's 50. So I can pretty much run, jump off the building, and then sprint down. You go, nope, I got him, and just meet him, right?
Sure. I'll say that you catch up to him because that's
Oh, yeah, 40,
insane. Your movement is insane.
5, and yeah, that's definitely what this one. Boom! Just come bursting like I'm faster than Usain Bolt. You're like, what the
Wait,
fuck?
actually,
I was about to charge him and punch him in the back of the head.
I was
and
gonna
you
take
just
5
see-
steps and shoot him.
You're just like, what the shit? And there I come. You gotta. Well, I'll come from this. Ah, crap! I got the arrow thing. I'll be right there so I can punch him. Doing a run by right-handed punch, leaving him open.
Can you move all that distance and still punch?
You can't do an attack action when you run.
Okay, well then, I'll run to there, and then swoop in to cut him off.
Okay.
So I don't
Smart.
get provoke the attack of opportunity, just and spin around like, gotcha.
He has a gun anyway, so he couldn't.
Yeah, he can't do a attack of opportunity, but I can basically at any time because my melee is my fist.
Oh well, if that's the case, then pretty much right in front of him, like doof. I'm like anime style, just like "Phew," in front of him. He's like, "What the shit? No!"
Yeah, so he skips to a halt, and I am.
I'm gonna make
Get
a look around, see if he has any friends around here.
Make a perception check. Nope.
Nice 3.
He has no friends. No
I
friends
see
at all.
nothing.
Hey, I have a question.
Sure.
Combination of attachments. What would be the cost? How would that work?
How do you?
Because the silencer
The-
can
the
be
attachment-
combined with the flash suppressor.
No, it's the same thing. It's
No, it's not. It's 2 different things that specifically say
no,
so
no,
you
no,
can
it,
combine
it's
flash
2 different things, but you can't have them combined. A silencer is
can
considered
combine
a
a flash
suppressor.
suppressor and silencer together by paying their combination price for both accessories.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, their benefits
Well, then
stack
that's-
if I pay a combination price, but that's what I'm looking for, the combination price.
Well, it's probably just both prices.
Yeah, it's
combined.
just it would be both,
Okie dokie.
which is actually kind of surprising because usually suppressors are a combination as it captures the fireball in the suppressor. But, yeah, I mean either way.
Either way, I can't get it
Oh,
now,
and then
so
you have to pay 10% of the accessories price to
there
install
it is.
So it's both of those things together, then plus 10% to have it installed.
So total for both of them 3,355. Thank you. Continue.
Okay, so you looked around for anybody, see anybody?
Oh nope.
Lancer, are you gonna just like lay down fire down the alleyway?
Can I
Maybe
technically?
grenade launcher?
Is this enough of an angle for me to charge? It's 2 times
Can't you-
movement speed.
Can't you
plus
take a
2.
5-foot step?
Oh no! Technically, you can't take a 5-foot step and still move like full actions if you do that.
Charge has to be a straight line.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Also,
saying. This
I'll
is-
give you that straight line, sure.
Yeah, because it's literally just like a very small amount. Okay, I literally run up to him
Oops, my bad.
and I punch him.
You're welcome for the flanking.
Oh, I get +4 to this, which is
that
very
Plus
unfortunate.
2 for charge and plus 2 for flank.
Yep,
Oh god. Yes.
this is going to be very hard for me to miss.
Watching this, just because you said that.
Yeah,
He rolls a
watching this-
1 and punches me. Mother.
Yeah, technically I could.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
26.
Alright, so you punch him in the back of the head and he collapses.
And I got my handcuffs. Time to get kinky.
Gross.
Okay. Are we out of combat now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, really quick.
Is he still
Um,
technically alive?
I mean, I don't know, are you a doctor?
I mean, technically, is he still alive?
His body's still warm.
Medical check of 20.
Okay, yeah, he still seems to be breathing.
Okay.
And if anything, I,
I mean,
give
I
him a
am
sedative
technically
too on
a
top of it.
doctor.
I
I'll-
tossed Lancer, said,
I'm
So,
going to. I'm actually gonna go to this corner of the building, to the opposite corner, and first of all hack the camera, so that it has like looping, clean frames of like nothing.
Yeah. You see nothing?
And then also I just.
You succeed.
Okay, cool. And then I want to roll a perception check and just see if I see anything on this side of the building, like this span.
There's nothing. Nobody moving around.
And like nothing down like this side of the building.
No, just down that side of the building. It's like another like a minor thoroughfare.
Okay, cool. So. Okay, cool.
But yes, this is our quiet takedown.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet. There was definitely some discharge.
Yeah, but I wasn't the one that did it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he shot first, so I shot back.
so I'm gonna bind him with my binders. Pretty much cuff him.
Cool.
So we have that.
I guess we gotta get moving. Just in case
I just sling him over my shoulder. We'll torture
Can
him.
we-
in ship.
Well, could we drag him inside a building nearby here? If nobody's in?
Most of the
We don't
buildings,
have to-
since it's after working hours, are
Lockdown?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
What
when I
kind of
start
locks?
breaking his fingers, he's probably going to scream, alerting the guard.
We really need to get the information sooner, because trying to drag him back, we might get seen, and that's going to be super suspicious. Like,
I mean,
first we
I'm gonna-
report a guy carrying another guy, and then now we're doing it.
Are they like terminal locks? Like, could I hack them and try to hack into the building?
Let me look at the rules for.
They're probably
access, not-
technically magnetic lock, but that would be computers. If there's a terminal nearby.
He is a terminal.
Oh, I mean, it could be on the other side since he has remote hacking. He could technically do it.
Just connect to the Wi-Fi.
That's true. Let
Pretty
me
much.
double check that while we're talking about it, because I need to make sure that I don't have to like be looking at it or something. I don't think I do. I think it just has to be in range. Fuck, where's my page?
The basic idea I'm thinking about right now is where are we going to extract the information? Are we just gonna like try to wake him up now after he's basically completely unconscious?
I wish I knew this one, but yeah, because there's no disabled device skill anymore, and there's no. I guess there's engineering. Do you have engineering?
Engineering
do.
would be for like an actual mechanical. If it's technically computerized, it would be computers.
Yeah. So why don't you just roll computer to try to hack one of the locks open to,
Okay,
like,
cool.
say, the computing building.
And disable alarms. Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't need alarms going off after we open a door from inside. Oh, God. There comes the
Yeah.
security guard again.
Disable.
Don't
So
worry, I'll punch him into the wall.
Yeah, you're not able to get into, like, you can't hack that lock.
Okay, I actually just in case, I have a remote. Sorry, no, I don't. Not remote. It's called. One second. It's called. Give me 2 seconds.
Wireless.
No, it's hacking directory. So if there's since I failed, if there's any like countermeasures, I become aware of this.
Right, so it does have a lockout countermeasure, and it does have an alarm, but it was not triggered. You did not fail
Okay.
by an incredible amount.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you have to fail by like 5 or something like that.
Yeah, it says if I succeed on a second check, I can prevent the countermeasure from activating. As if I had not attempted to access the system at all. So roll it.
That's only if it's been triggered. You can roll a second check to make sure it doesn't trigger the countermeasures.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, cool. Then we're chilling. Okay. then yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay, guys, I can't get into this building. It has too much security on it. We're gonna need to get somewhere else.
Well, we have to interrogate this one guy.
Lionel, is there a way you can open up the building you're in? Are there still people there?
Ooh, that is a good question that you
I
probably
wouldn't know.
didn't
I'm on the roof.
And who
Wait,
knows
before
if-
when you got on the roof, there were people in the building.
Well, I
Were they
wasn't.
still
I was never
typing
really. I
away,
was never going
hearing
inside
a
the
gunshot?
building.
Well, before Connor, he said that there was people in the building.
I never wanted
And
to go
you had
into
to
the building.
sneak.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
climbed up during the day and was like hanging out up there.
Oh, okay. During
I
the
was
day.
playing with my
Never
yarn.
mind. Hopefully, there's nobody just like chilling out, still at work on the computer, and they heard a gunfire, well, 2 gunshots, and didn't report it. They're just like, whatever. It happens all the time around here.
Yeah,
This is
okay,
Detroit, boy.
Pretty much.
Okay, so are you gonna try to get into that office building?
Yeah, I want to see. If...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I want to see if Lionel could
No, I mean,
either how he's gonna
Lionel's
get
on the
down.
outside.
But on the roof there's no like
Yeah, I
access
was gonna
from.
say. And on the roof, is there like a door there?
It would be
Yeah.
a fire escape. You can lower a ladder from the fire escape.
Yeah, but the door
Roof
was
access.
locked that led to the roof access.
Yeah. And
I'm
there's
saying
no
is
way
if
that
we
I
just if we're just trying to get onto the roof, he can literally just lower the the fire escape ladder.
Yeah, I mean you could definitely interrogate him on the roof.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
dude, we could totally Batman him, hang him upside down from the roof,
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
no,
and then have him fear us, and we drop him all the way to the ground and stop him inches from hitting, and then we disappear.
I don't have the skill for that. I'm pretty sure if I let him go, he's going. He's going to
Never
fight.
hit the ground.
It might be like a combination of athletics and strength and intimidation. I think I could do it.
By the way, can I get my intimidation to be strength instead of charisma? Because
I think there's a
I got a 13 intimidation. I'm good.
my intimidation's really bad, but I'm just like this monstrosity.
Ooh, I got it. You sit at the bottom looking up with your guns, and I'll scare the shit out of him because it's either he stays here and gives me the answers, or I drop him to you and you kill him.
Or it could be the fact that you leave him with me for like 5 minutes. I break like 2 of his fingers, and then you do that. So he's even more terrified to be lowered to me.
you guys are not very nice.
Well, drastic measures, bro.
I'm not a good character.
That's right. All of us except for Lancer is taking him up to the roof because Lancer can't climb ladders.
Yes,
I
I
ain't doing
really
shit.
can't.
I'm just lowering
Yeah.
the fucking ladder for you guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly. Well, yeah,
Technically,
that's what
I
I'm saying.
can't-
We're all of us but you. Or like all of us but Lancer are going to the roof.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
There you go.
From
Yes,
where I am,
let's
do
do
I
that.
see any way into the fucking building?
There's a
Into
lot to it.
Into
That's
that,
terrible.
Kadath robotics
one-
or into what?
The one we're trying to get into.
So I mean, there's the front door, and then there's also the back door that John's character
Windows?
saw. But I mean, there's definitely windows in the front, but they're made of that.
Ballistic glass or shatter
It's not
resistant.
ballistic glass. It's like this.
Like,
I forget the term for it, but it's just like really hard. Like,
yeah.
It's basically fused quartz type glass. It's really hard.
yeah. I mean, you could definitely break it down, but you could also break down.
I could just break into the wall if I want to as well.
It's probably about the same hardness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Might as well just go through the wall.
What about trying to dismantle a door?
I'm just gonna ride the ladder down as I
You'll
bring it
need
down.
tools. We don't
Yeah.
have tools.
Well, my custom rig actually counts as tools for computer stuff like engineering.
No, I mean you could definitely try to take apart a door for sure.
Is there any air vents?
Oh no,
Air vents, yeah, there's some air vents on the top of the building.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I have an idea.
Okay, well, first of all of us, but maybe McIntyre's character and Lancer on the roof. So me and John are on the roof with this guy that we carried
Yeah.
up there.
I'm back.
I need to
Okay.
start
So
interrogation.
I think that's what we do first. Interrogate.
All right.
You could,
So,
can you send your drone through the vents as well?
He didn't get
Yeah.
the spy drone, or did he?
I mean,
I thought
no,
you-
I have the tiny drone. It's a tiny flying drone, so
I mean, it would fit technically through vents, but that might be a little bit hard.
You
Yeah.
might lose connection with all the metal and stuff. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is
I don't
that
know either.
he doesn't have the spider legs. He can't really do that.
What's the gap
Yeah.
from the building that I was on to the other building across?
Definitely not jumpable.
Unless you're me.
I want that one right
You just
now.
hear-
instantly knew.
It's like we're interrogating this guy, and solo we just hear a crunch.
Just
I'm gonna-
lands on top of the guy we're interrogating, kills him. Oh God.
Yeah, whatever you guys do your thing. I'm just gonna be over there.
But I mean, there is definitely there's a fire escape on that building too.
Would you like me to boost you up?
I'm over there. It's fine. Don't worry.
Well,
Wait.
I definitely got to get this guy up on a roof so we can stay out of sight.
You guys are on the roof of the building.
Yeah,
He's
we're
going to
probably-
try to get to the roof of the other building.
Yeah, I think we're on this diagonal roof.
Okay.
There you go.
Can we
And
drag
then,
the face fuck over there?
we're really chaotic here.
He's over there.
It's-
Hey, I just blocked him off. Who says I'm gonna torture him?
I was
I'm
gonna
taking out
throw
my
him through a
earpiece, by the
house.
way.
So I'm gonna slap him awake
All right.
while he's cuffed.
He wakes up and he goes and he just like looks kind of terrified, but at the same time, he has like this weird kind of manic look about him.
Okay. Well, I look at him and I go, "Who sent you?"
Who sent me? Who sent me? I'm not gonna tell you.
You're not gonna tell me? Okay. Well, either you tell me, or I send you down to my friend. So I grab him by his hair, pick him up, and force him to look over the edge, and he can see Lancer.
And my
If you
hands
can
just
tell me,
spin
I'll
kind
let
of
you
like
go.
a grinding motion.
Or I send you to him, and he won't be as nice as me. You're gonna
roll
be
into
alive for most of what he's gonna do to you. Fuck your face. Critical.
Yeah, it's like the most terrifying
fail
thing
that,
you've ever
I just
experienced.
have him by his hair. And he's. I'm like, oh come on, really? Did you really?
Yeah.
So scared you shit yourself?
So he definitely like oh wait.
You gonna answer the question?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. You don't understand that these people. They can do much worse things to me than you could. But I can tell you where they are.
That works for me. I can go to them and we can get this all taken care of, and I'll see what their worst can do to me.
That's all taken care of.
Where are they?
Beneath.
And
They're beneath the plants. And he kind of just like points at Kadaf. Beneath the plants, you need to go inside and down the stairs and down the stairs, down the stairs, and you'll get there.
okay. Is there anything else you want to tell me? And I push him a little further.
He said, "No,
No?
no, I don't know. I don't. What you want to know?"
Anything else that's useful? You told me the location. Is there any sort of passphrase? Is there a key to get in the building?
No, there's very few of us. They will know you're not us, and they will kill you.
That's fine. They can try.
I'm gonna pat him down. I just want to see. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna take anything.
So as
Anything
I'm
amazing
holding
off
him,
of him.
your pet.
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
just
down
like.
the
You just accidentally strip everything off of him. You just like perfectly fine. Yeah.
You strip him naked as I'm holding him. I'm like, okay, so is that all you have?
So I mean, so you find a survival knife and an extra battery for that frostbite class pistol you have. 0 class pistol.
Okay. Well, with that,
Okay.
if I go, okay, Lancer, he's yours, and I push the guy off the ledge so Lancer can catch him. We're only up one
Terminator's
floor.
protocols engaged.
Look, what role would it be to catch a person who's falling?
Athletics, maybe strength.
It'd probably be strength. Yeah.
I want to say it's a reflex save.
I would
Well,
say reflex
to see
save
that
to
it-
see if you get him, and then strength to see if you actually catch him.
Well, I would think
I
it'd be
like
like
that too.
athletics in some sense, simply for the fact that I'm trying to like specifically grab and lower him down without not like crushing him.
I know, but I still want to say that it's gonna be like a reflex save at least first, just to say like you
Yeah,
catch him. in
I
time
can
and
I
not
can
to
see
crunch
that.
his
I can
face.
see that.
Yeah, so why don't you just roll a reflex save first? Ooh.
I miss. Use your crunch.
So you catch him, but his neck definitely snaps on the ground.
Well,
All right.
Lancer, you were the last one to touch him, so technically your kill. And I just go climb back down the ladder
Yeah.
and get
Right,
the
I
knuckles
got
off the dead body.
It's like I lift him up by his leg. It's just like blood pouring out of his like face. He's like, "Hooray! I got the kill."
And I'm like pat
Just-
your shoulder, Lancer, and be like, "Hey, bud, maybe next time try to catch him like 2 more feet off the ground."
I would probably need practice.
And then I'm gonna grab his body, and I'm gonna take him over to the grate that we found.
Ooh,
Right.
running from bad guys.
Yep, and I'm gonna use the disintegrator pistol to blast him.
Booyah.
Oh no, I would suggest not using the disintegrator pistol. I would suggest stumping him through the grate.
Oh, that's so gross. Just use a disintegrator pistol.
Yeah, I'm using the
Sicko.
disintegrator
You
pistol.
stick freak.
I've just been looking
Pretty sure
around
they'd be-
this building the whole time. Ground
Okay,
floor.
so we'll say you use 2 shots to melt him down into.
Okay, like 2 actual shots, like 2 charges.
Yeah, two
Hey.
Okay.
charge
I,
shots. Yeah.
I got my binders off his body, so
Right.
I'm just making sure that was
Right.
clear. After he hit, like, oh, he's dead. Get my binders.
Terminal
Yeah, for you, though.
velocity.
Alright,
He
so you
fell
got the
10 feet
binders.
and he died.
So you have an extra survival knife and a 0 class pistol and 1 clip for it.
Okay.
And
So,
so Lionel, you're just circling the building.
Yeah, with my my headphones in.
Okay, I mean you see the fire escape, but otherwise there's like the back door that has no visible means with which of opening it from this side, and then there's the front door.
Well,
I mean, at this point, we're either gonna go through the front like a siege engine, or
I'm just gonna open the door, jiggle the handle, see if it opens.
Oh yeah, the door is locked.
Is it a glass door?
I'm gonna go up onto the roof.
It's about so Lionel's on the roof, but the door is about as like a solid metal door.
Ah, okay.
Up.
Robot man, hack your way in.
All right. I'm.
I will begin chopping the door down.
Question.
I think you meant me, bro.
I know.
The air vents, could I feasibly fit through?
If you can get it off, you could probably die hard it. Yeah.
What happened?
If you can get the grate off, you can probably die hard it.
And hopefully there's
Okay.
no blades there.
I mean, there's definitely going to be some impediments, blades and/or, giant
And-
drop-offs and stuff.
And if you're gonna crawl through it, you gotta say the line. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs. You know?
Uh,
We're
Does
on
it seem
Ocean
like
World, man.
it's
We're technically at the
bolted
coast.
or like screwed in?
Bolted, probably.
Hmm.
You mean riveted or something like that? I mean, yeah, I guess
I
it could
mean,
be.
they need to be able to take it on and off. So riveting
Yeah,
would
that's
not be
true.
a good
That's,
idea.
they could need maintenance. Yeah.
Okay, so 33, hack door.
Yeah. So yep, beep. You get right on through that security system.
Oh,
We
this building was a little bit easier to get open. We're in, boys.
I just messaged up to Lionel. We're in.
He took his earpiece out.
I know he can't hear us, but I'm just saying it's like we're in.
Upon
I don't know
entering the
each-
building, I'm immediately gonna perceive and see if there's
shit.
cameras and or people.
No people. Yes, camera.
Okay. I want to attack the camera.
Yeah, shoot it.
All right, make an attack roll.
I'm hacking it, bro.
Yeah, he's hacking.
Oh, sorry. Make it
Yeah, we're making a joke.
Okay. Yep. You
It
hack
just-
into that camera.
We're going dark. Everything is now like the quote unquote stealth operation.
Yeah,
Well, so
I would
hacking
say-
the camera doesn't like give you access to anything else besides the operation.
Right. I just want to like put it on a feedback loop so that they just see like the empty lobby if anyone was watching it or if anyone's trying to record from it.
Yeah, so if there's like a movie, you'd see like the guy in front of all the screens, and then like he wouldn't be looking at the TV camera. You'd see the people like come across, and then it's just like, and it goes into a loop,
Yep.
and then he like looks back and doesn't notice.
Yeah, exactly.
I feasibly use a knife to get into this.
What skills do you have?
Depends on what.
It would probably be engineering to like. I guess that's the new disabled device for like mechanical.
Yeah, I would say so too.
But if he's
Is it
trying to take a
mechanical
grade
now?
off and he wants to force his way in, figured he would just pop his knife in to wedge it and then use his strength to pop it off.
I'll say sleight of hand. Yeah,
Alright.
sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that will work probably a bit better.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, sure. You're able to
Ninja in.
pop it off.
I'm gonna go in. Stealth, kind of like just fucking slip into the air vents.
The new mission: entering the building through the vents.
101 ways to enter a building. Let's go.
It's like Lionel like finally gets into the building, like steps out, like dusting herself off, and we've already just like completely burned the building to the ground.
Yeah, we already finished killing all the cultists downstairs, getting the information. He's still crawling through the vents, getting lost. Which fucking way do I go?
Let's see. I turned
Wait,
left
so-
here, right? No, kidding. Sorry.
All right, so we have. So I'm gonna pause for the evening. So we've gotten to the point where you guys have broken into the building. You know that the cultists are probably down below this particular building. That's what the guy said. And Lionel's crawling through the vents.
Hopefully, he was telling the truth because he died, and we can't get the
Hopefully, he was not lying to you.
Yeah,
Business,
I
but-
totally
yeah.
didn't. I didn't mean to kill him. I thought Lancer could catch him.
Well, if it
Well,
was
I was-
acrobatics, it would have
I-
saved him.
I totally could not. I don't trust you ananymore, man.
But reflex
I'm
is
gonna-
like it's like my lowest saving throw, and so you literally just dropped him to a literally heavy armored tank in hopes of grabbing him in time.
Yeah, there's not a soft part about him. What was that about? So we have you guys entering the lobby, hacking the camera, and we have Lionel crawling through the vents like Don McClane. And we'll call it for the night. We'll see where you guys get in 2 weeks.
I
Go to them.
Good.
need some
job,
longer
guys. That was
sessions.
fun.
Lionel, go to Demi too. Have a little party.
Say hi to some friends.
But no, crawl on that goddamn bench.
Get some sniper rifles.
Oh, dude, I really wish we didn't disintegrate the body so we could send it down an elevator with a sign that said "Ho, ho, ho."
Well, that's why I
I
wanted
have
to
a
grind
machine
it
gun
through
now.
the grates so they'd have indication
What's that?
that something's there.
What's the note say? I have a machine gun.
No,
Son
we
of a
have machine
bitch.
guns. Lots of them. Ho, ho, ho.
I really hope the bad guy at the end of this is Gruber. Hans.
You know, I
Hans
am
Gruber?
actually... it very well could be Hans Gruber.
I'm just saying, I'd be so happy.
I don't think this is a neutral or good campaign anymore.
It's still neutral. It was an accident.
No.
An accident. I trust.
I think
Lancer
I
to
think
catch
the
him.
three I think all three of your characters are very shortly aligned with Lionel's alignment.
What's your alignment?
Good.
Good.
Neutral good.
I'm neutral.
I'm neutral good. So
I'm just
Oh, yeah.
neutral. I'm just straight neutral.
Yeah, basically, the two androids are literally neutral. They don't care one way or the other. But I was
Yeah.
a pirate, so
Yeah.
my
Lancer really dropped the egg on that one, and the egg was the guy.